to decide it. Sheena, all the pressure on him. He needs to bring it back in this round. Otherwise, his time here is over. He will insta-guess, and that's what you have to do. But if he finds a Kabupaten here, Radu's going to win. But he doesn't have one. But now does he? No. It says Malaysia though. So
wait,
unless it's Borneo, could it be Borneo?
It could be Borneo Island. We're gonna find out right here, right now. Let's see. No, it is mainland Malaysia, and with that, RC secures his ticket to the semifinals with the decisive 3-0 over Sheena.
And it's about the performance I think that many of us expected from Radu. Sheena did not play badly at all, but Radu just so extraordinarily consistent. It's what we've grown to know and love from Radu. I mean, time and time again, he shows us just how good he is, and he is here this year to win, and we will see if he can make that happen.
Unreal way for him to start off this World Championship with 2 3-0s, 2 dominant 3-0s. Such a way to start. Paul is down there on the stage with him now to break it down for you.
Everyone give it up for Radu C! Radu, 3-0 yesterday, 3-0 today. You seem unstoppable.
I do, but I think honestly for me that was a nervy performance. So even though I got 3-0, I don't think I don't know if I deserve that, to be honest, especially after that first game. But yeah.
Very humble, very critical of yourself. Why is that? Why do you see it as a nervy performance?
I just felt it in my nerves, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. But hopefully it gives me some motivation to go.
Yeah, so talking about that then, how do you avoid that in the next matchup? Because you've made it through to the semifinals.
I mean, hopefully I go in with a little more confidence. I'm going to watch the next game, see how MK and Strefan do, and yeah, just take it from there.
Well, Radu, I think all of us think that you played fantastically. Is there anything else that you'd like to say to the fans in this arena and at home before I let you go?
I don't have anything. Thank you, everyone. There was a lot of support, so I appreciate it.
All right, everybody. Radu C moves ahead to the semifinals.
Radu C taking it in the quarterfinal, moving on to face either MK or Strefan, depending on who makes it through their match. But taking a look back, the 3-0, MK says still not something he felt great about. What do you feel about that, CG?
Yeah, that was an impressive performance there. Even though Radu said he was pretty nervous, feeling the pressure during the game, I think he still played fantastically. He showed his incredible moving abilities, and just like, as he sort of explained himself, like his best strategy is to out-region guess. So even though Sheena was playing really, really well, Radu just has that innate ability to region guess impressively and quickly, and that's what brought him the win here today against such a strong opponent.
Yeah, really tough in particular, it seemed, for Sheena, especially when Sheena ended up on the back foot there, trying to get some early quick guesses in. How did that work out for him against Radu?
Yeah, all the 2 moving games went to the final round, and in that round we saw Sheena taking his chance, because that's what you kind of have to do. If you're on your back foot and it's round 10, you just kind of put a quick guess down. Even the last one, you're like, why would he guess Indonesia there? He just didn't take any time to look around. He had to take a chance there to turn the game around. He did the same thing in the first one and didn't quite work out as well. So I think the moving games were quite close. But the no-move game, I mean, Radu definitely put an impressive performance on. So, yeah, 3-0 twice in a row. So, yeah, he might be the GOAT.
Might be the GOAT, especially because Radu doesn't feel like that was his ceiling. He feels like he could play better. He feels like he could bring more. And as tough as that is to feel after a match, it's also nice to know that you still have a lot of gas left in the tank for what's ahead. MK or Strefan he'll be facing off against. Do you think there would be a preference that he'd express?
I definitely don't think he wants to play MK. I'm thinking he's wanting Strefan to pull out the victory there, but MK probably favored in that match, so we might end up with the Americas Finals rematch. We'll see.
Yeah, anything to add there, Ziggy?
I have a bit of more insight there. I know MK and RC are battling against each other a lot of the time, so I know that Radu just has a very good record against MK, so I think he would rather prefer to play against someone where he knows he should be better at, because in the scrims he did against him, he usually beat MK pretty clearly. And against Strefan, he's like a bit more unknown, as we saw Strefan had a pretty good performance against AIM in the APAC champion. So I feel like he would rather prefer to play against MK, actually.
we've got a lot ahead to look forward to with how these matches are shaping up. Next, after the break, we've got MK versus Strafon that you're going to get.
Welcome back to round 4 of Street Smarts. Each team has 5,000 health moving into round 4 here, which is going to be our imposter round. So, if you guys are familiar with old Zigzag videos, he has 3 images of one country, and then one image that's meant to blend in, and is the imposter country for that one. So, let's hop into round 1 then.
C almost looks like Ukraine to me, but the other one's C. Then A is not.
Right,
the
time's up.
imposter, right? A is so weird. We said the main country is Romania, the imposter is Russia, and we put that as C.
Okay. And blue team, will go over to you. What do you guys got?
I mean, we have the main country as Denmark. We switched from Bulgaria, interestingly enough, so we were very close to them, and then we went for Denmark because the forests look Danish.
No way C is.
And then we said the imposter is D and Russia. So same imposter country.
The correct country, the one with 3, is Slovakia. Our imposter country is the United States. That's going to be 0 points for both teams on round 1. And let's show round 2 here for our competitors.
But like, I mean, these are like, these pines definitely, you know, could just. Oh, could be Uruguay, right? I have to say. It looks like a long plate, but I can't, I don't know, maybe.
All right, 20 seconds left, guys.
Okay, so don't judge us, but we went with Spain as the main country, and we think that C, based on the like cloudy vibes and maybe like a little bit of pine trees there, could be Uruguay.
Okay.
This is right, we're not as confident as the other team, but we ended up going for Albania because 3 of them kind of match the Albanian vibe, and then we just went for France for D because that's the odd one out.
Can confirm round 2, once again, 0 points for both teams. Unfortunately, the correct country is Turkey, and the imposter country is Mexico. Okay, let's move into round 3 here.
I'm pretty sure D is.
I wish you might have something.
Okay.
Because I could never see that.
My A could be that too.
No sense. Ace.
Gotta get to right in soon.
Weird.
Red team, you'll be revealing first. What do you guys got on your board?
All right, so we went with our main country being Vietnam. And we said our imposter is Bangladesh, and it's D, only because I just know like every Bangladesh like place. So yeah, I think I'm pretty confident it should be.
Maybe Bangladesh will be the main country and you don't get any points, but
That's true.
we went for Philippines as the main country, and we went with the imposter being D as well, and we said D is Panama.
No points, unfortunately.
That's insane.
It's pretty funny, actually. Lvly called it because the main country is Bangladesh. Our imposter country is Indonesia. He did
consider, like, we did consider saying Bangladesh as the main country, but I was like, none of these look to me that much like Bangladesh.
0-0. Will we have 0 points to end off the game? We'll see. Let's move into round 4 here.
This is tricky.
Here's round 4.
I don't know. What is C?
What the heck? Those trees are crazy. Those trees look like the Japanese trees, but like in the wrong place.
But then this one's so weird.
I don't think
It can't be imposter because it's so weird. No, this will not be imposter as well. This will
Okay,
be
start, Brandon. All right, Lvly will be showing the board first. What do you guys got?
Here's a perfect answer for if you want to get 0 points, which is Mexico as the main country, Sri Lanka as the imposter being B.
Okay. And red team, what do you guys got?
Okay, we ended up going with US as our main country, and then Thailand being the imposter, which is A.
There is going to be points for this round, which is interesting. And we're going to get 1 point for the red team, who correctly identified which one was the imposter. They did not get the country right, but they did get it as the imposter.
They just guessed correctly.
So, 1 in 4 chance of getting that correct, I guess.
True.
The soil was too different.
It is Kenya.
That's
it is
crazy,
Kenya.
really.
D is Mombasa, and then C is in Aberdare National Park, I do believe. So that means that it's going to leave A as the imposter, and the imposter country is Nigeria for that one. Okay. That means the score right now, very low scoring, but it's 1-0 for red team. All right, let's move into our last imposter round here.
Yeah, I guess.
But this looks Asian, like whatever this stuff is. Like, it looks like Philly or something.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
You say stop?
Yeah, stop.
A is the imposter.
I sort of like A though. A is the most orange out of them all.
Exactly, that's why it's the imposter.
So we went with Argentina as our main country, and we said our imposter is D, which is Indonesia. Or no, sorry, Philippines. We said Philippines. I don't know why I said
I saw
that.
Philippines written on the board.
Yeah, no, we said Philippines. Never mind. I don't know why I said that.
All right.
You know what? That actually fills me with like a sliver of hope because like we have Argentina as our imposter, and our main country we just put Colombia, which was totally random last second decision.
Okay. Well, I can reveal that there will be points for this round as well. And red team, you guys get 1 point for identifying the main country. So very nice. It is Argentina. Unfortunately, very heartbreaking for you guys because
Yeah, we
the
said
imposter
Argentina
country
the whole time basically.
is actually Colombia. So you guys switched it around. B is the imposter.
Okay.
Oh, you know?
That was tough.
That means red team on a 2-game win streak, I believe.
Yeah.
You guys are
on
up
fire.
5,000 HP. Yeah, you're on fire on that one. And blue team's down to 4,000 health now. So that means red team in the lead as we move into our last game here. So stay tuned for the conclusion of Street Smarts.
Let me worry about the driving. You focus on figuring out where on Earth we are. Yeah, but there's nothing to go off of. There's no buildings, no landmarks, and that thing is creeping me out. All right, fine. What are you doing? It's coming for us. Wait, is that a... Yeah, it's some kind of giant, and it's weird, and it looks strangely familiar. No, not that. The trees. Those are Joshua trees. I love those. That's it. I'm gonna guess. What are you doing in Arizona? We're in the national park. I am in the national park. But genius? That's not the right one. Let me do it. What? No, I'm doing it. Just, no, I'm doing it. Don't push. I got this. Don't just let me. What? No, yeah. Stop. Don't push. Look, you need to guess. Woo! Dude, did you see that? It's a 5K, and I've been saying I'm the overlord of geology, man. It's geography, actually. Nice try, but that doesn't even count. I was about to guess. No. Come on. You want to do it again? Let's do it again. Lock in. Lock it in.
The return of Area 51, Alienware's highest performance desktop yet, equipped with powerful Intel Core Ultra processors. Innovative architecture designed for ultimate gaming. Engineered to evolve alongside your game. Encounter the legendary Area 51 at Alienware.com.
Aloha, I'm Ali Carvalho. Dive in with me to see how the Shiba Hope Grows program is bringing our coral reefs back to life. Giving ownership to these communities, it's a sense of pride to know that we are giving back to our own oceans. Stream Reef Builders now on Prime Video.
Thousands of players searched for me. Thousands failed. Perhaps with this clue, you could be the one to solve the GX Manhunt Challenge. I was never the dog, but I could be the hot dog. At the GeoGuessr World Finals, I could be sitting right next to you, watching you as you slurp your drink, or staring at you from the other side of the arena. The GX Manhunt continues at the GeoGuessr World Finals. I'll see you there. But can you see me? Play GX Manhunt on geoguessr.com/OperaGX.
Oh, I'm not live. Hello. There we go. I got trolled there. What's up, GeoGuessers? How are you all doing? Yeah. Thanks for sticking around. What an amazing first match we just had. But now it's time for a step back from the ultra competitive action because it's time for another GEOGUESSR. That's right, everybody. If you were not already aware, one of our amazing partners in the form of Shiba, yes, the cat food brand doing amazing things, they partnered with us and made GEOGUESSR, which is an underwater GeoGuessr map. We played it yesterday. You can also find it online on the site as well. Go and check it out for yourself. But right now, we have two more of our pro players ready to do some underwater geoguessing. Everybody, does that sound fun? Of course. You can't say no, all right? Otherwise, I would get very upset. How about I introduce our two players on the stage? Unfortunately, two players that have exited the tournament, but two much-loved players, so let's make some noise. Firstly, for Moo. Moo, how's it going? Are you ready to descend unto the watery depths?
I'm so ready. This is the pinnacle of my career, truly, and I'm ready to go. Let's do it.
Do you think you'll be any good? Any strategy going into this?
No.
Frankly, no. And with that said, we move away from Moo and give it up to one of the biggest guys in the scene. Unfortunately, bowed out of the tournament yesterday, but everybody make some noise for the Dutch destroyer. It's Consus. Consus, what's going through your head right now? Are you ready for underwater guessing?
Not really. I'm more of a land guesser myself, but at least I can enjoy some nice views.
Just as I asked Moo, any strategy going in? Like, have you been looking at pictures of reefs or, I don't know, man?
No, but I'll try to figure it out.
I think you will do just fine. With that said, I think the stage is set and we can get this one underway, boys. Good with that? Yeah, Consus, Moo, they're ready. All right, in 3, 2, 1, everybody make some noise for GEOGUESSR! Let's get it. Yeah, this is the part now where I just figure it out on the fly. Hopefully this time I know who wins and doesn't, because that was kind of crazy yesterday. All right, and the solo cast as well. Sorry about this, but that is life. Under the water, under the sea, we're looking at reefs. Yeah, GEOGUESSR has been made in the name of saving reefs across the world. That is what Shiba have been doing with one of their initiatives. You might have seen the video, it's great stuff. And why not have some fun with it as well? We've got we've got the clock ticking. I can't really see exactly where Consus is compared to Moo, and the location was much closer to Consus. Great job. It seems the scuba practice has been paying off. That's a fact, by the way. Consus is experienced scuba diver. I read that online on Liquidpedia. Consus, good first round. How's it feel to win round number 1?
Awesome.
Yeah, awesome. Sick. Okay, Moo on the back foot now. Run us through what's going through your head as you see it.
I'm heartbroken. I lost the first round. I don't know how I'm gonna recover.
All right, well, try your best right now. 10 seconds left. Yesterday, I thought I had the rules for this game, by the way. You might remember that. I'm not entirely sure if the rules are the same now, so I'm just going to avoid the subject of rules, other than mentioning that I'm going to avoid them. And the winner of round 2 is Constus once again. Bro, this guy is an oceanographer, or man, I tried to find this word yesterday and I'm failing once again. And let's just call him an underwater man. I like that. He's definitely a marine biologist. Yeah, thank you, whoever shouted that at me. It's very much appreciated. Round number 3 now. We're only playing 5 rounds by the looks of it. And yes, this time, no multis, everybody. So that is a rule that was supposed to happen yesterday, but we've gotten it right today. All right, Constus, 2K points ahead. We see some fish. There's a shipwreck here. That is so cool. A shipwreck is a ship that is under the water, no longer functional. Yeah, in case that wasn't clear. Solid zoom on a fish there by Constus. Both players far from the location. It's a round draw. This is dramatic stuff. There's only 2 rounds left, Moo. You better get a move on. Yeah? Try my best. Ay. Moo, what's the plan to catch up, bro?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Apparently I'm allowed to move on this one, so...
Yeah, and look, that's Constus on the other side of your screen.
I wonder.
Yeah, I wonder as well. I am feeling. Thank you. Constus, you're playing fantastically so far. I feel like you've been practicing.
Well, I haven't, so maybe I just got lucky.
Where are we now? Northeast of Queensland. Both players there, and it is, in fact, the Maldives. So we're going to go to the final round, sort of anyone's game. Let's do a temp check for the room. If you want Moo to make the comeback, make some noise. If you want Constus to hold on, make some noise. Yeah, I like this. Everybody's getting some support. Final round. I'm going to try and get a view of the screen again. I'm getting my steps in, man. This is good cardio, legit. Yep. 20 seconds left. Constus just chilling, staring directly ahead. Moo a bit more active with that camera. Going just north of Oz. Constus. Oh wait, I just realized I'm like, oh god, what am I doing? I'm live casting, they don't have the headsets on. I've only just realized that, my bad. Anyway, game over, Constus wins! Yeah. Is it a best of 1 or is it a best of 3? I think it's a best of... It's done, guys. Constus is the champion of the sea. Let's do an exit interview first with a very despondent-looking Moo. You did your best. You just fell short. Commiserations. Any words to share with us, Moo? The champion of the depth is Constus. How was that experience playing GEOGUESSR, brother?
Definitely something new. Yeah, there are some interesting locations down there, actually.
Do you have any like diving or scuba experience in real life?
No, I've never dived.
So just a natural talent?
Or a bit of luck.
Or a bit of luck. Everybody give it up for the Dutch destroyer, Constus!
I'm Lvly Carvalho. Dive in with me to see how the Shiba Hope Grows program is bringing our coral reefs back to life. Giving ownership to these communities, it's a sense of pride to know that we are giving back to our own oceans. Stream Reef Builders now on Prime Video.
It's Championship Sunday here at the 2025 GeoGuessr World Championship. We're coming to you from Copenhagen, Denmark, and we're at the Kobe Hallen. The games have been thrilling, and today we're off to a great start. We just finished our first quarterfinal, and we're about to head into our second, and holy moly, it is going off in here today. I don't know if you're picking this up on the microphone, but with every round, it gets a little bit crazier in this venue. How are you guys holding up on your end of the desk?
Oh yeah, you can feel the vibrations of the music and the crowd just like through the floor here, so we're having a great time, feeling the energy today for sure.
Yeah, it's always a bit hard to concentrate while the crowd is just cheering in the background, but we're going to try our best to keep professional, obviously.
Yeah, if it's hard for us, I can't imagine what it's like for our players playing in the high-stakes competition here on our finals Saturday. But let's take a look at the bracket and see just which players are playing and who they have left to face. We started things off in the day with Radu wins over Sheena. We're heading into MK versus Strafon here. Strafon coming up a little bit of an underdog against Amon from APAC region, and MK, always a strong performer. Last year's second place, hoping today to make a little bit of different history, isn't he, Gavin?
Yeah, he sure is. He's making a run for the finals once again. I will say, I think he's a little bit favored over Strafon here, but Strafon definitely put on a great match against Amon yesterday, so it's going to be a good one. Definitely, I think, closer than people might expect.
Yeah, especially because I feel like the only weakness people pointed out when he got second place last year was the moving mode. And we also saw a completely different MK this year. So he just was playing moving as it's supposed to be played. So if he can put the performance like that down today, I think there's no way of stopping him for Strafon. But Strafon, as has to be said, he took down the APAC champion. So I told you guys that one performance EMEA does not define Strafon. So even though he lost on EMEA, he might not lose today.
Yeah, we have an extremely known quantity with MK. People have been watching him play for years, learning from him, and they saw the recent updates to his game. But Strafon has been a little bit of a mystery, and when he opened that mystery box yesterday, whole lot popped out. We were very impressed with his play. What would you say was the most impressive feature of how he approached the game of GeoGuessr there, Gavin?
Yeah, I think it's just really great to see how he plays, like not only just the game of GeoGuessr, but under pressure and LAN. I think he's just a really well-rounded player. He's definitely been putting in the work, and that was on full display yesterday. You know, it was such a close match, so I do think that, you know, Amon, a slightly weaker opponent than MK, so I think MK is probably going to be favored here, but Strafon definitely has what it takes to compete right now.
Yeah. What would you say Strafon needs to do besides learn to play in this extremely high... He's got it. He's got it figured out. I'm the one struggling right now. This music is very exciting.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, I mean, obviously there's going to be cheering going on when the guys are playing, but it's not going to be this loud, obviously. But hey, Strafon just has to keep calm, obviously, not get distracted. I mean, obviously, MK is somebody who likes the camera. I feel like Strafon is more reserved, and he just usually keeps very cool. Sometimes get a bit annoyed. Sometimes it looks like he's very angry at the game when he's losing. So it's kind of nice to see those two like different styles. So we'll see which style preserves in this matchup.
Yeah, and let's see how the players are feeling. We checked in with them before their match today.
MK has shown his round of 16 game that he's a very formidable opponent, both on moving, both on no move.
I don't know anything what he does to prepare, what he knows. I don't know simple thing about him, so I don't really know what to expect. So I'll just play my best and hopefully I win. That's all I can really do.
If he keeps playing like that, it's going to be an even more difficult game than when I played against Damon. So I'm looking forward to it, but it's definitely not going to be a walk in the park.
MK versus Strafon, our second quarterfinal of the day. Another great one to kick off the excitement as we march ever closer to that grand final. We have last year's second place contender and a hot new up-and-comer from Poland who is showing us more and more to be impressed by as we watch him play. But gentlemen, we've talked about it. It's a heck of a matchup here. Both you feeling like could be MK's favor here, but we do know that we don't know enough about Strafon.
Yeah, that is right. He's definitely a bit more of an unknown quantity, but certainly proving that he has what it takes to be here. And I think still would predict an MK victory here, but I think if it's going to be close, I'll say it'll be a 3-2. Hopefully we get NMPZ. That would be fun.
Yeah, I think I'm going with the standard guess for MK. I talked to him earlier. I was like, is it okay if I predict a 3-1 win for you? He said, yeah. Why not? So he would be fine with winning 3-1. So I'm going to predict the 3-1 win for MK here. I feel like this year he's just showing up with the complete skill set. So I think he's ready.
I love that you checked in with him. And let's head down to the stage where Paula is going to check in with our two players.
We are down on the stage. We're not quite ready to bring the players out because they're kind of like, so I'm going to try and block the camera shot here because our players are still just going through some final tweaks. That's fine, though. We can stay on me unless someone tells me otherwise. But yeah, there's just some final adjustments going on. Everybody in the room, how are we doing? There we go. Strefan, MK heading off, and we will shortly invite them back in. Yeah, if you're not in this room, if you're watching from home, we just had an awesome time here, did some giveaways. We played GEOGUESSR as well. I'm not sure if that went out on the stream, but yeah, we're having an awesome time, and look how big this crowd is. How many people from here today were here yesterday? Raise it, show of hands. Okay, so a very solid amount, but a lot of you also new attendees for today. Thank you so much for joining us. We hope you're enjoying the show. We're, of course, now in our playoffs. We are shortly going into our quarterfinals. In fact, we can do that right now. Everybody, are you ready for our second quarterfinal? Welcome to the stage, our first player with family in attendance. Is he more inspired than ever? Last year's World Championship runner-up. It's time once again for Mortal Kombat. Give it up for MK! MK, yesterday, I think if I remember our conversation correctly, you weren't feeling the nerves too much. Is it any different today, now in the quarterfinals?
I feel the same today, probably.
All right, and do you know where your family are in the arena right now?
I think they actually have to sit in their assigned seats today because there's more people, so no, I don't know where they are.
All right, fair play. Final question, thoughts on this matchup versus Strefan?
It could go either way, you know, it's like kind of crazy and stuff, like for real.
FR indeed, brother. Would you like to say anything else before I let you go?
Thanks to my supporters, I guess. You guys are good.
Give it up for MK! A man of choice, few words. Now time to welcome his opponent to the stage. Yesterday, surprising us with a victory over APAC champion Eamon. Will the Polish dark horse continue its gallop? Give it up for Strefan. Welcome to the stage, Strefan. Strefan, yeah, yesterday you surprised many of us. We know you're a great player, but it came as a bit of a surprise. Where's your mind at now, coming off that victory and before going up against MK in this quarterfinal?
Yeah, I'm very happy to play on the second day, and I don't think there is as much pressure on me now. MK is a very strong player, a very difficult opponent, but I hope when I can play at my best, I can win against him.
Guys, what do you think? Is there a chance there? Strefan, a lot of love from this crowd. Is there anything you'd like to say to them or a crowd watching from home?
Yeah, thanks to everyone who's supporting and wishing me good luck, and I hope you watch a great game.
Everyone, give it up for the Polish dark horse. He is Strefan.
Last year's World Championship runner-up versus the surprise newcomer, Strefan. Jake, we're back. This is about to be a crazy one.
We are so back. Like you mentioned, he fell agonizingly short of the World Championship in 2024, and then fell agonizingly short of winning the Americas Major in 2025. But MK feels like this could be his time. We mentioned before, he's gotten so much better at moving. He won both of his moving games against Captain, who's a very strong moving player himself. This is the strongest version of MK we have ever seen, and he is as locked in as he's ever been. Strefan coming in as a little bit of an underdog, but again, we saw him dethrone the APAC champion Eamon yesterday, so they are going to have a great match, and I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, great point about Strefan. He's been continuing to surprise me throughout the entire World League. Not an amazing performance at the Major, but now he's made it to day 2. Bigger crowd today. The pressure is really on. He seems a bit nervous, but still calm.
Yeah, and he said that there's a little bit less pressure on him now than there was before, so he's going to be calm and collected and hopefully playing his best game. But you mentioned he didn't do so great at the EMEA Major, but he didn't need to because he did so well in the World League. He was high enough that he was able to qualify regardless. So, I mean, I can't wait to see how this shakes out. MK won both of his moving games against Captain. I would say on paper, especially if he's playing like that, he would be the favorites in the 2 moving games here against Strefan. If Strefan can take at least one of those moving games off of MK, I think he'll feel pretty good about the rest of the games. He'll feel like he's in with a chance.
Yeah, great point there. It did say on his stats right there that he doesn't love pinpointing very much. So goes to that point you were saying about him being not much of a moving player. But again, MK is not usually known as one. But here we are. So let's see what happens. It's going to be MK versus Strefan in the second quarterfinal. You want to make a prediction, Jake? Any thoughts?
Oh my goodness. I will say, let's see. I think both of the desk guys predicted MK. I think I have to say MK is going to win.
Okay.
I'm going to go bold. I'm going to say 3-0.
Wow. 2 3-0s back-to-back from Jake. Let's see if it actually happens. We're going to start off in the moving. Looks like Turkey straight off the bat. MK, oh, he's switching to his fast play style. He's locked.
He is locked immediately in Turkey. Doesn't need information, has a good idea for where he is anyway. Strefan, the 625, so we'll be on the D625. That will be the road number, but he doesn't have a lot of time to find it. Will he? Looks like not quite.
Let's see. It's in between them, actually. Surprisingly close for MK right off the bat, making such a quick guess there, and it's quite accurate, but great guesses from the both of them. We're going to go in around 2.
I mean, we saw MK taking his time on moving rounds, maybe where he was a little less confident. So when he's confident enough to guess that quickly, he probably has a pretty darn good idea of where he is.
Round 2 looks like NA. I might lean Canada, but I'm not actually sure.
Yeah, my thought was like maybe Vancouver Island or that sort of area in British Columbia. That's immediately what MK is going for. I really like the guess.
Oh, and he's locked. I wonder what's making him change his style back to the old MK we know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe it's just a couple of rounds where he felt like this was the right thing for him to do. But Strefan will follow. He's not on Vancouver Island, though, so there's a little bit of a difference here.
There sure is. Let's see who has it. It's actually Strefan! Much closer! That's 1,500 points of damage!
That's a great guess from Strefan, and I have to say, I really did like MK's guess there. I totally understand why he was there. So really nice job by Strefan, staying composed and he wins each of the first 2 rounds. Let's see if he can keep that going.
Both players moving fast down the road in the same direction. MK a little farther along. He jumps out to a main road.
Yep, and it looks like Strefan's about to get there as well. But they may be moving in opposite directions here. And they're both wondering which way to go.
Small sign here for MK, Northeast Bay.
Not much to speak of so far. There is a little body of water there. Certainly be in the US. That might have been a county sign. I'm not sure. Welcome to East Shore. That doesn't tell them much either. Or it might just be the East Shore of the lake. I'm not sure.
Could be.
It looks like it's just going to be a region guess here. So we could see some serious damage in a very large country.
Both players looking at these license plates
they
to
go.
see if they can tell what they are. Both thinking quite central. In the US, timer's up, and they're both so close to each other. It is Nebraska, just farther west. Strafan extends that lead, extends that flawless. MK is already under 4K health.
I mean, even getting the correct state on a round like that is quite impressive. There was very little for either player to go off of, but Strafan, 3 for 3 so far, coming out of the gate very, very strong. He would tell you that moving is certainly his weakest mode. MK, to be fair, would say that as well. But let's see what it would... Okay, Sergipe is a small state in northeastern Brazil. He is going to look for the town, maybe, rather than sending immediately. Both have the exact same sign. And MK has the town. We'll see if Strafan can follow. He's got about 10 seconds to do so.
Regardless, even if you can't find the exact town, it's such a small state. We shouldn't see too many points, but we should see MK deal his first damage.
There it is.
Unless Strafan actually is going to get there in the end. Will MK deal even a point? Only
5
points of damage. Wow. Not much at all. Looks like Strafan has a quick little tech pause. But wow, what a way for Strafan to start the game. I mean, that's not what I was expecting, Jake.
No, not at all. And MK, again, we saw just how strong he was in the moving duels yesterday. But yeah, I mean, Strafan, like, obviously a very capable moving player himself. And he's showing that here. MK does seem like he switched up the strategy a little bit. He was not doing a lot of insta-sending yesterday. So far in this match, he has been a little more fast-paced, which is more what we're used to seeing from him. But it's really, it just depends on the round. You know, if a round is really rural and he just has a good idea, he'll send it immediately. If it's likely to have information nearby or he's not so sure, he'll move. He knows what to do and when to do it. He's got his strategy on lock. And again, he's playing some of the best GeoGuessr we've ever seen him play.
Yeah, it actually is one of the most important skills to have in moving, to be able to decide, is it smarter for me to actually try and find information here, or is it not? Should I insta-guess? And if you're able to make really accurate no-move guesses, it makes sense you do that sometimes.
Yep.
Tech pause, sorted out, and we're going to round 4.
Round number 5, I believe.
Oh, number 5.
And here we are in what appears to be Japan.
Yeah, it looks like it.
022 area code, okay. Let me see, is that Yamagata, I think? It's one of the northern prefectures on the island of Honshu.
MK knows.
He's looking at Akita, Iwate. I think 022, I think, is a little more south of that. He's looking maybe for a road. Yeah, he's got a road number on that little sign there to the left. You see that little blue shield. So that's what he's currently scanning for. Strafan sees the 022 and goes Miyagi. Okay, so yeah, I think I was one off on the area code, but if he's going Miyagi that confidently, then he should be in the right prefecture. MK is currently quite a bit too far north, so this could be consequential if he doesn't move his pin.
He moves it slightly farther south, but he's gonna keep it there. Strafan on it in Sendai. Make that 3 times multi. It's 2K damage. MK's in the yellow.
Absolutely dominant performance so far from Strafan. Not at all what I saw coming. Again, I predicted MK 3-0, and Strafan is on a mission to prove me wrong.
I think he heard you say that, Jake.
I think he did.
Okay, 3-0's too far, and now he's locked.
And it is looking like I definitely went too far with that one. But you never know. Lots left here. Sharjah, okay, so that'll give you the name of the emirate. But again, we see these mountains. There's only so much area that this could be in.
Both quite close by. Let's see who has it. Oh, it's actually much farther south. But Strafan's still closer. He's only taken 5 points of damage, and we're heading into round 7 already.
We'll see if round 7 has a little bit more damage on offer. MK, only 4 rounds left to try and cover this deficit here. But with these multipliers certainly achievable, Strafan immediately zooming in. I was thinking he might send a guess, but he is going to go down the road and see if he can find any information. It is Australia.
Big opportunity for some points here.
Most certainly.
Come back.
And we are
Gen 1 though.
We're just somewhere in the middle of the outback here. He's got a sign, but it's so hard to read because of the camera.
He's going to be stuck in Gen 1. Can he make it out of Generation 1 coverage? You can see this quality. Camera is much poor quality to where he just reset to back at spawn. It's the very first coverage they did on Google.
Yep. Strafan, I believe, just moving in the other direction, seeing if he can find anything. Wanaring, I haven't heard of it, but there aren't that many towns, and he's got it. MK must follow. And he does not have it right now. This could be Strafan's game.
Strafan might take this, only losing 5 points. Let's see. Oh, he's not on it, but he's much closer, and it's more than enough. He wins the moving game.
Wow. What a performance. Only 5 points of damage on that Brazil round where they both had the town anyway. And, I mean, given how dominant MK was against Captain yesterday, that is not something I saw coming. But what a strong start for Strafan to win a game in the mode where he is probably the weakest in comparison to MK. What a start.
Yeah, unreal, and only losing 5 points at that to top it all off. Unreal. We go to no move now, no more moving up and down the road. Let's see how this ends up going. I feel so surprised now, Jake.
Yeah, I mean, I know we keep mentioning how much stronger MK has gotten at moving, and that is true, but no move is still his specialty.
Yes, that's definitely true. See if he can take it back here, take us to 1-1. Is that a rainbow?
Certainly don't count him out. I think it's Vietnam. Yeah, it looks like he immediately sends south.
Wow.
We do have, it looked like some Latin script on that sign in the distance. So Vietnam certainly makes sense, but hard to say where. We'll see where Strafan goes. He also goes south.
Yeah, thinking very close by. Such a similar thought process, but MK is closer, so he's going to start off the no move ahead.
Only 200 points, but that is what MK needs. He needs the momentum to swing in his favor after losing game 1.
Round 2 here, looking like a Russia.
Yeah, it does look to be Russia. We've got spring coverage, May coverage probably, which is one of the more helpful seasons. We've heard mentions of the document written by Finbar that details how to guess in Russia based off things like antennas and seasons. May is one of the more helpful seasons when you get coverage. You can narrow it down based off of the foliage that you see, the way that the plants are growing. There's not a lot of oblasts that have May coverage. So we'll see if the players can use that information to their advantage.
Right now they're next to each other practically.
Yep.
So impressive, only 15 seconds left to go. MK seems like he's gonna lock it in. Both looking poised to.
Close to the Volga River, which makes sense. You do often get hills around rivers like that, and we do see some hills in this location.
Strafan actually farther west now, much farther. This actually is gonna be some points. Let's see who has it. It's MK, extending that lead even further with 2,600 points of damage.
He always locks in. He's never phased. We've seen it time and time again. I mean, in the Americas Major against Radu, he lost both moving games and still took it to NMPZ. He just doesn't let it get him down. He doesn't let it affect his performance. He knows how good he is, and he locks in when he needs to most.
He just has that special ability to give you the most entertaining games.
That is for sure. It seems like every time he plays, it's absolute cinema. What have we got here? We've got a body of water in the distance. Strafan looking at Lake Superior right now. MK has yet to zoom in. Of course, even the country here is not obvious. I do think the US makes a lot of sense, but
wow,
MK going for Canada. And I could see that too.
Already less than 20 seconds left to go on the clock. MK decides to line up the road here, actually, and then the water.
I think in Generation 3 coverage, there's a difference between the car blurs. I'm not sure which car blur we have, but usually you can tell US from Canada that way, but the players are in different countries. And I'm not sure which one it is, but this could be game right here.
Yeah, this is a massive difference between the two players. MK New Brunswick, but it is Wisconsin. Strafan comes back in 1 round.
Oh my goodness. The multiplier's just high enough for Strafan to take all 6,000 points away in one go. And MK already down to his last legs. But again, we have seen this before. The 2024 World Championship, he went down 2-0 against Blinky, of all people, and still brought it to the very, very brink. He is not done yet.
Absolutely not, Jake. He has one of the greatest comeback potentials of any player we've ever seen in GeoGuessr history. Can he do it right now? Tournament life on the line in quarterfinal number 2. Everybody at home and watching in the arena, make some noise. Let's do it, Jake.
Let's do this.
Game number 3, back to move.
I mean, everyone wrote him off in the World Championship final last year. They were going into game 3, moving against Blinky, and no one thought MK would take the moving game, but he did. He always finds a way.
MK, what was that? Insta guesses.
It is Alberta. He's correct about that. Strafan will see if he can find the Highway 3 here. He does have it there.
3.
Yep. MK's very nearby.
MK's on a town on the 3. It's just in between them. That was so impressive from MK. So fast to be so accurate with no information.
Just amazing the way he does that.
Round 2.
No one does that like him.
Looks like
if he does more of that, I mean, it looks like he just, look at how specific that guess is. He's so far north within Oman. Like, it's one thing to just click in the middle, but when he does something like that, you know he's confident that that's where he is.
So
Will
we have
Strafan
east
follow?
There, off of a flat area, which would make sense for the area that he's in.
Yeah, and Strafan's done the same thing, and not quite.
Just much farther south, just 182 points there. We're gonna go to round 3.
You see him kind of switching up the playstyle here. It seems like he's playing faster and faster, thinking whatever I was doing earlier wasn't quite working. I need to try and disrupt Strafan's rhythm here.
He's resorting back to the old tactics that have done him so well in previous tournaments.
Strafan kind of moved the wrong way there, so he's a little bit behind MK right now, but now catching up.
The movement in this town here seems a little bit glitchy, quite hard to move quickly.
Costanera Curanipe, that may be the name of a town. Hard to say for sure. Neither opting to scan for that just yet.
This looks pretty central Chile, I would say.
Yeah, probably coastal.
Yes.
Well, actually,
Oh,
in fact,
there
it is
it is.
definitely coastal. We have the M808. Okay, so yeah, Chile has prefixes on their roads that are letters, and they go A to Z, north to south. So you can find the M roads. Strafan scanning the road, trying to find an M. He does. Doesn't have the 808 yet, but he'll be close at least. There's Curanipe. He scanned right over it.
MK has it.
Strafan's a little too far north, but he's close.
He's so close, it's not going to be many points in the end, but MK, the 4998, 66 points of damage. We go to round 4. 2.5 times multiplier now. Let's get him in.
I would say MK's feeling the pressure, but I'm not sure he ever does. He never seems to quite change the way he plays.
Yeah,
he knows what he needs to do. He just needs to play his game. He knows he can win. He's done it many, many times before.
Small sign there for MK, but probably too small of a town to scan for.
Almost certainly, yes. Both looking around. Strafan sends Jarkand. I don't know.
Insta-send.
I'm not sure what he saw that made him... Oh, it does say Jar. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So it seems like that's the right idea. They're basically in the same spot right now.
That's unreal. Timer is gonna run out there with the same guesses. MK just slightly closer. What is this?
Incredibly impressive. with very limited information there. To get that close in India is quite something.
Round 5 here looks like the US. I almost want to go Oregon here, possibly.
Yeah, we've got wide lines again. We saw that earlier in Oregon.
Yep, maybe Washington. MK's lost.
Oh my gosh, this is more what we're used to seeing from him. And it's so scary when he does that, especially as his opponent. It's easy to just get flummoxed when he guesses so fast. Strafan's going on the border. He's quite a bit further east.
Wow, this will be some points with 3 times multi on the round 5. Who has it? It's MK much closer. He's going to deal a big hit there. 2,500 points of damage.
The more pressure he's under, the better he plays. That's certainly how it feels. He's doing what he needs to so far in this second moving game. Both players opting to move to the west here. Looks like maybe some new Puerto Rico coverage.
I think it is.
Got a main road here. Possibly road numbers, town names, something.
Oh, some signs here finally for MK.
Caguas, it's a very big city south of San Juan.
Does Strafan have any information, or is he just...
I think he has.
He does. Oh, he clearly does. He's right there. But MK not too far away, so it's not too much to write home about, and we're just going to get to move on to round number 7. Multi's really racking up 4 times multiplier now.
Round number 7. Japan is a good deal larger than Puerto Rico.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And we saw there was a moving Japan round in the last game where Strafan knew the area code and MK looked a little bit lost. So we'll see if this could be a good round for Strafan.
MK has a pull plate, and he's going to insta-guess. He actually did opt to move there, which was a bit surprising compared to what we've seen. But he ends up finding that pull plate, going to use it very well, knows the region, locks it in.
Strafan will know the region as well. He's got a road number, but it's too late. So he's just going to hedge in the middle. They're quite close to each other.
Wow, they are so close in the end once again. Wow, it's much farther south of them. We're just doing chip damage.
Yep. MK just figured, I know the region. It's going to be hard to figure out anything more than that, so I'm just going to guess quickly and hope that Strafan doesn't find more. And on that occasion, it worked out just fine for him.
We have a Vietnam on our hands here.
Oh, gotta know your provinces.
Oh, it's right
Ninthuan.
there.
Yep, he knows it immediately. Very good. That is where Ninthuan is, and Strafan will follow, and he will know as well. He's checking the border just to be sure.
Yeah, you got the time to do it. Might as well check.
Again, gotta pass the province test. Both know their provinces, and we will head to round 9. MK still holding the lead. Wait, what? Wait, what?
Bait province, I guess. I mean,
what on earth
is that?
I have no idea what that was. I've never seen that. It was
neither.
Written at the end of an address like the province always is, and it just wasn't there. That's crazy. Okay.
We go to round 9 now, 5 times multiplier. MK sitting in a really nice spot. Again, you got to do it in 10 rounds, so whoever has the most health at the end of the following round will win. So MK sitting in a really nice spot.
This one's, I think, says Binthuan, which is the one right next to Ninthuan. But I mean, now I don't even trust it. But MK does not have the same sign. This could be huge for Strafan, like huge. Unless he can get there. I think the sign is just to his left, but he doesn't see it. But he's still there. He knows anyway. He's going in the same exact spot as last time. Unbelievable.
And it's just right in between them. Jake, what are we witnessing right now? What a game. MK always going to bring you the content you love to see.
He just doesn't go down. It looks like he's going to lose the match right there, but he just knows where he is. I mean, Strafan had the province. MK didn't. He just didn't need it.
Japan here for our round 10 once again. So deceptively large country, definitely an opportunity for points, especially with the multiplier being this high, but we are on moving. Both players should find the same information, and there's a lot of info very close to spawn. MK has it. He's got a 58 road number and town names. He's scanning right now.
If he can find the road and the towns, he's going to be fine here. He's looking for the 58. I'm not sure he's found it yet.
Doesn't seem like he has. Strafan also has 58 on a sign, but he hasn't opted to look for it yet.
Is it ever? Good. Yep. He's found it on an island, so the 58 does extend to some of the islands. I mean, it's possible that it goes on other islands than the one that he's clicked, but if he is on the right island, he's going to be okay here.
Yeah, you can see MK actually smirking to himself a little bit. He usually doesn't show a lot of emotion, but for him, that's something. He's going to take it. He's not out yet. We are back.
Wow. I mean, that was more what we expected from MK. What an incredible game. He dropped like, what, 200 points or so over the course of that entire moving game. And that, especially that Vietnam guess, under pressure with no information, if he clicks North Vietnam there, he's out of the tournament.
Yep, that would have been it right then and there. Shout out Mariah Carey, I see that MK sign, I love that. Quickly before we get into this, have to shout out Alienware. Guys, we're playing on Alienware computers today. Become a part of the Alienware arena and be the first to know about the latest gaming news and updates. Shout out to our sponsors making stuff like this possible. Guys, let's get into it. MK, back on no move.
MK's favorite mode, but it's also Strafan's favorite mode. But again, I'll say it, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. It seems like whenever MK is under pressure and he's on the brink of elimination, he always finds a way to bring it back.
Will he take us to NMPZ? My favorite NMPZ games in the history of GeoGuessr always involve this man, MK. Will he take us there? Guesses in Serbia quick here. Strafan thinking very similarly in the south. It's much hillier in the south, but it's actually North Macedonia. That's a funny little 50-50 that can happen. They both are countries with no Europe antenna that you classically see.
Yeah, Strafan looked quite confused there. I think he had some sort of meta, or I think they both had some reason that they guessed where they did. But a little bit of a bait location there, maybe. And looking like Chile in round 2.
Yeah, I really like where MK is going. Strafan's right there as well. As you go further and further south, it does get more green, more wet, and hilly. But yeah, very good guesses. And Strafan, you want to think about a very good guess? How about an amazing guess from Strafan? What am I looking at?
10 kilometers away on a dirt track. Amazing.
Love to see guesses like that. Keeping this game close. Strafan still holding the flawless, just in round 3.
Silver car, concrete road, English language, all indicative of the Philippines. But the Philippines notoriously one of the toughest countries in the world to region guess. So even if you know you're there, it's quite a large country. If you're on the wrong side, the damage can be extremely punishing.
Wow, Mindanao lock for MK here. I almost considered a Palawan when we first loaded in, but the more we look, I'm liking Mindanao. Let's see what Strafan's thinking.
Palawan.
He's thinking Palawan.
Oh my gosh.
That's where my head was too, but it is Mindanao. MK, unreal. That's 2,500 points of damage.
He's so locked in now. We always see this from him. He wants to take this to NMPZ.
He's up massively now with a big lead. We have Turkey here on the round 4, 2.5 times multiplier. Green rolling hills. Shalocious is screaming backstage. You know he knows the 5K.
You know he
Who's
does.
The players?
Yep, that's the more important question here. Both thinking quite east within Turkey. Strafan a little more east at the moment.
These hills do line up very nicely with this part of Turkey. Both players thinking that, locking it in. Strafan just a little bit closer. 328 damage on the round 4. We go to round 5.
It's so impressive, the accuracy of these guesses. I mean, to be within 50 or so kilometers in a country that large, it's so hard to do. They make it look easy, but it really is incredibly impressive. We got a township road and a range road, so that tells you we're in Alberta, but there's a very learnable grid. We have range road 13. The township road, unfortunately, is hard to read, so this might be a difficult one to 5K. But the players will try nonetheless. See, MK is looking, he's zooming into the grid, looking at the numbers of the road, seeing if he can find range road 13. The only tricky thing about the range roads is that they repeat. So they'll reset sometimes. So you'll have some range roads in the east and some in the center and some in the west. So you never fully know if you don't have the township road. But they're both, you see how they just zoom in, out, in, out, in, out. They're looking at the labels on the road, looking for a range road 13. MK has found one. Is it the right one? We will see. I think Strafan's got one as well. Are they in the same place?
They
I think
are
they are.
very close by each other here. Really impressive finds. It's right on the border of Saskatchewan. Who's closer though? It's Strafan. That's very decent damage considering the multiplier. MK still with a lead, but Strafan's still in it. Let's go to round 6.
Round 6 looking very, very different. Wow. Is this India, I would say, or maybe Nepal, but if it's India, it's up in the Himalayas for sure. He does go for Nepal, and I can absolutely see that as well.
I really like the guess. Nepal, one of the new countries that dropped on Google Street View very recently. Players had to scramble to learn it in time for the tournament.
Honestly, even if it's India, Nepal's not a bad hedge because it could be east of Nepal or west of Nepal. But Stefan is going to opt for Nepal as well. He's a little more west.
Wow, it's Western Nepal. That's 2,000 points of damage. Stefan now with a lead of 1,000 points.
Stefan's so close. The end is in sight for him, but again, these last 2,400 points are a monumental task. MK will not go down easily. He never does.
4 times multiplier here on the round 7. MK thinking it's Spain. Could definitely deal some damage on Spain. However, they are both in Extremadura in the west of Spain. They're on top of each other.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Equal distance away.
That is amazing. It's so cool to see the players just like have the exact same thought process on a location. Zoom into the same spot, click the same spot. It's like, this looks like Portugal, this is Extremadura. Like, it's so good.
Indonesia here on the round 8, 4.5 times multiplier. We do have a pull there. It's slightly asymmetrical. That could help a little bit, but...
Yeah.
Okay, MK thinking Lampung.
Okay, he does go for Lampung. Oh, man. It looks like there might be info there, but it's too small probably to read. Stefan's going to have to make a region guess. We have tiled roofs. We see those in Java. We see them in southern Sumatra where MK is, and he is going to go Lampung as well.
There. It's right in between them. That's so insane, Jake. All we are doing right now is racking up the multiplier. We're in round 9, and Stefan has the lead.
Just extraordinary consistency from these two players. But MK, I mean, there are 2 rounds left in this game. He needs to win if he wants to go to NMPZ and keep himself in this tournament.
Months of play have led up to this, and we are finally in the quarterfinals of the World Championship. Could be over here for MK. He locks in far north Chile in the Atacama Desert. Stefan's gonna follow suit. They're gonna be right on top of each other again.
Unbelievable. This is like every round is the same. They have the exact same thought on every round. This is incredible.
Unreal. Stefan is just a little closer. The multi being 5 times, that's 600 points of damage. It's looking rough for MK.
I mean, this is it. This is the last round of the no move.
Wow, Jake. Anything can happen here. The multi is so high. Stefan is low enough on health that if MK gets a good guess, we could see NMPZ or Stefan will move on to the semi-finals. The newcomer, the up-and-comer from Poland with a crazy impressive showing.
Here he
on
goes.
the round 10. MK makes an insta-guess in the north of Denmark. Stefan, 10 seconds on the clock. What are you going to do?
Do or die. MK in northern Denmark. Stefan in central Denmark. This could make the difference.
5.5 times. Who has it? MK is closer. Will it be enough, though? 1,400.
Oh my gosh!
Stefan just barely wins!
By under 100 points! You have to be kidding me. Could that have been any closer? Stefan survives. He outlasts MK, and he's going to the semi-finals, one of the biggest surprises of the World League, making his mark at the World Championship. What a performance.
Unbelievable. I have been calling Stefan one of my biggest dark horses of this entire season, and here he is on the biggest stage we've ever had, proving himself, and that he has it. I cannot wait to hear from him right now. I'm gonna send it straight to Paula to talk to him.
Bloom, let's do it. Everybody in here, give it up for Stefan! The Polish dark horse continues to gallop. Stefan, that was such an impressive performance. Can we go back to that first no move, that Northern US versus Eastern Canada round that you came out on top of, if you can remember it?
Yeah, at first I didn't even notice the lake, but then like, I don't know, the coast seemed so, so even that I thought about the Great Lakes in the US. I think I saw some Eastern white pine, which made sense for the area. It also made sense for where MK guessed, but for the Great Lakes area, I think it also made a lot of sense.
It was a crucial win. We then move into the second move, and that's the one where MK came out on top. It seemed that he made a pace change that paid off. How did you adjust to that pace change going into the second no move?
I just wanted to say that this kind of everything, this all feels unreal.
It's hard to process things sometimes coming out of a match, right?
Yeah, I think I've forgotten half the rounds, but I remember that one round in Nepal, which I wasn't sure if the finds were the finds you find in like Western Nepal and west of it in India, or if they were the ones you find in like Meghalaya, and I was scared I was gonna pick the wrong one, but thankfully I didn't. And I mean, the round limit ending of the fourth game was, it was quite unfortunate. It was really close, but I mean, I'm obviously happy that I managed to hold my lead throughout the multis till the end.
Stefan, final question. You move ahead to the semi-finals. You'll be playing Radu C. What do you think about that matchup?
I mean, looking at how RC played in the previous matches, I have a hard time seeing myself coming out victorious, but I didn't expect to win this match in this way, so I don't know. We will see.
We will indeed. Stefan, you're absolutely killing it, mate. You've earned your spot in the semi-finals. Is there anything else you'd like to say to our awesome crowd in this arena and, of course, our viewers at home?
Yeah, I've already shouted out the viewers at home from Poland and over the world. Now I'd like to shout out Scotty. He's a great player manager.
Everyone, give it up for our Polish dark horse going through to the semi-finals. He is Stefan! And with that said, everybody, we've got something very important to do right now. It's time to introduce some very special guests. These guys are one of the biggest content creator groups in the world. They are giga influencers of heights that are sort of hard to comprehend. But most importantly, we've got 4 of them with us now who absolutely love GeoGuessr. Everybody, give it up for the Sidemen! Let's have a quick chat. Simon, great to see you. How's it going? I'll try and get through everyone first. How's it going?
Yeah, very good, thank you. That was a great last game. It was indeed. Yeah, this is amazing. First time here, so love it.
It's a pleasure to have you here, my friend. Toby, how you doing, brother?
I'm very good, thank you. Excited to be here for the vibes.
Yeah, absolute pure vibes in GeoGuessr, right? Harry, how's it going? Are you enjoying the event so far?
I'm loving this. I'm not very good myself at playing GeoGuessr, but seeing these people work their craft is phenomenal. It's phenomenal.
Once again, a pleasure to have yourself here. And last but definitely not least, a man that absolutely loves GeoGuessr. He's a bit of a nifty player himself. Anyone in here watch Zerka play? Josh, how's it going, bro?
Wow, what an intro. Thank you. Very good, thank you, yes.
Yeah, mate, I've seen you play. As I said, you're quite nifty. What's it like, though, to see these pros killing it on the stage?
I'm nifty amongst these guys. These guys make me look like a beginner, so yeah. It's great to be here, though, and it's just impressive to see how far GeoGuessr has come from what it was back in the day.
Absolutely, and you know, it's all down to community, and I can say from the bottom of our heart, thank you so much for being here. We'll definitely be doing more exciting stuff later, but more on that later. Once again, everybody give it up for the Sidemen!
So very cool to see that our audience grows bigger and bigger and gets the attention of so many huge groups. I can't believe the Sidemen are here. That's awesome.
Yeah, really cool if they came out all the way here to just support the crowd and just hang out with everybody. Can't wait to see what they have in store for us later today.
Oh, yeah, and our GeoGuessers are giving them some great games to watch here. Straight fun. None of us predicted this going through. This was an incredible performance once again from our Polish underdog here. Moments of brilliance that you saw, Ziggy.
Yeah, I mean, I told you yesterday he might win against Eamon. I predicted him to win, and he did come through. So I knew he was better than people expected, but him taking down MK in such a fashion, I'm quite impressed, especially his no-move gameplay that he took both games of MK, and usually that's kind of MK's strength, to play very solid in no-move. So shout-outs to Stefan for that one.
Yeah, what did that mean when you're watching a player like MK who brought so much to this tournament, who honed, who was so ready to go so far, faces such an indomitable force in Stefan?
Yeah, that was truly impressive. As you said, nobody really expected to see that, but I think Stefan has just definitely proved to us now he is at the top of his game. He's made it to the semifinals, which I'm not sure anybody was ever going to predict. But yeah, MK, you got to feel bad. He definitely did not play badly, but I mean, Stefan was just making crazy guess after crazy guess, and it paid off.
Now, we've talked about players being a little stressed out in front of the crowd, players getting energy from the crowd. Stefan, I feel like the crowd does not matter. I mean, he appreciates them. He has people out there that he loves and is happy is cheering for him, but it doesn't affect him at all, it seems. So a different kind of superpower to be able to bring that comfort from home here to the stage, Ziggy.
Yeah, I feel like the interviews for him are harder than the game. It seems like he makes it look really easy in those games, winning against somebody like MK, who was the runner-up in last year. So he made it very easy, but then the interview, it's a bit out of him to say what happened, but I feel like he just can't believe what happened. I feel like he came in with the expectation, okay, if I play really well, I can maybe beat Eamon, but going further than that, I feel like he didn't really expect himself. So I think he is surprised. I am positively surprised. So obviously next up will be Radosy, and that's a whole different story.
Yeah, that's going to be an exciting one in our semifinal. A couple more quarterfinals to get through, though. We're going to come right back after this break. It's Blinky, our reigning champion, versus Lero. See you on the other side.
Luna de amor, ¿dónde vas? Que me robas la calma.
All they want is Sheba.
What is that thing? We need to go. Come on. Dude, what do you think I'm doing? All right, let me worry about the driving. You focus on figuring out where on Earth we are. But there's nothing to go off of. There's no buildings, no landmarks, and that thing is creeping me out. All right, fine. What are you doing? It's coming for us. Wait, is that a... Yeah, it's some kind of giant, and it's weird, and it looks strangely familiar. No, not that. The trees. Those are Joshua trees. I love those. That's it. I'm gonna guess. What are you doing in Arizona? We're in the national park. I am in the national park. But genius? That's not the right one. Let me do it. What? No, I'm doing it. Just, no, I'm doing it. Don't push. I got this. Don't just let me. What? No, yeah. Stop. Don't push. No, we need to guess. Woo! Dude, did you see that? It's a 5K, and I've been saying I'm the overlord of geology, man.
It's geography, actually. Nice try, but that doesn't even count. I was about to guess.
No. Come on. You want to do it again?
Let's do it again.
Lock in.
Lock it in.
Thousands of players searched for me. Thousands failed. Perhaps with this clue, you could be the one to solve the GX Manhunt Challenge. I was never the dog, but I could be the hot dog. At the GeoGuessr World Finals, I could be sitting right next to you, watching you as you slurp your drink. Or staring at you from the other side of the arena. The GX Manhunt continues at the GeoGuessr World Finals. I'll see you there. But can you see me. Play GX Manhunt on GeoGuessr.com/OperaGX.
GeoGuessrs, how are we all doing? Yeah, we're keeping the train rolling here. Everybody having some fun? Yeah, I assume we are. I know we are, in fact. And up next, we're going to have even more fun. It's time for more Coral Guesser. That's right, we're going underwater, if you are not already aware. Shiba, yes, the cat food brand, doing amazing things, has partnered with us at GeoGuessr to make an underwater-themed GeoGuessr map. And so we get our pros on it, and we have a good time. Who's ready to dive under the sea? Yeah, exactly. Tell you what, everybody, let's make some noise for our two players on the stage, two fan favorites. Firstly, to my right, a legend of the German scene. Have we got any fans in the building of Germany? Of course, I can even see a German flag up there. We've got a bunch of German flags up there, Jamari. How's it going, brother? You feeling good?
I'm feeling confident.
Have you been practicing?
Yeah, I've been practicing guessing Great Barrier Reef every single round.
Oh my God, that sounds like a good strat. All right. And then on the left-hand side of the stage, we have the man from Ireland himself. Give it up for a favorite of us all, Finbar. Finbar, what about yourself? Have you been practicing?
I haven't really played much Coral Guesser, but I've been to the beach a few times, so I hope that will help.
That makes sense, you know. You've been to the beach, but have you been diving at the beach or under the water, or just sat on the beach?
Both.
Sounds like a good strat, to be honest. All right, everybody in here, are you ready for some more Coral Guesser? I am. Finbar, Jamabi, boys, are you ready? Let's get it going! It's time to guess some coral, yeah! Back to the old solo cast. Love this. Let's do it! Again, guys, it's a best of 5 rounds, 6K points, no multis. It is moving. I'm not really sure how much you can move under the water, that being said. And yeah, we're looking for reefs. Shiba have the Hopes Grow Foundation, which has been saving reefs across the world. And yeah, they made Coral Guesser to add some extra spice and fun to their amazing efforts that have already been taking place. Round 1. For some reason, we've got Finbar as captain, but that is Finbar, I can confirm. And it's Finbar that wins round 1. Coral reefs, guys. Do we have anyone in the audience that are like expert reefers, coral reefers? Anyone in here? Anyone? I'm looking for hands, so I'll come speak to you. No, come on, man, it's got to be that's a standard thing, right? Someone in the room's going to be a coral reef expert, no? Anyone in here? A coral reef expert? No, let's leave that thread, stop tugging it, or the rug will come undone. Oh my! Finbar does seem to be the resident coral reef expert. Now ahead by 3.5K, Jamabi. Let's do some player check-ins. This could be over soon. Oh my. Finbar, it's going so well. How are you playing so well?
I'm not really sure. I mean, the beach, as I mentioned, might be helping.
The beach is helping. We love the beach. Jamabi, what's the struggle right now?
It's the Diono effect.
The what?
The Diono effect.
The Diono effect. All right. I don't know what that is. Okay. Gonna take a look at the screens here. Both of our players well off the mark. It is a draw round, as they say, as I say. We are heading into the next round now. Finbar locked in, loves the beach. Jamabi, have you been to the beach before?
Yeah, I have, actually.
That's really cool, man. Beaches are cool. All right. It's tough to guess coral, you know, unless you're a marine biologist or some other ocean expert. I'm neither, but I love watching our GeoGuessr pros do their best impression. And once again, Finbar just locking in. And that is gonna be game! Finbar, none, flawless express victory. How's that feel? How's that sound?
Feels pretty good, yeah. I feel like I played pretty well.
You did indeed. You didn't drop a point of damage. Jamabi, let's check in with you as well. I know you had fun, but any words in defeat?
Congrats to Finbar. He's the better coral reef guesser.
He is indeed. That being said, as a smile is exchanged across the stage, everybody give it up for our wonderful contestants, Jamabi and Finbar. Yeah, having fun here, and I think we are ready, not quite ready for anything specific yet. So I'm just gonna say, thanks very much for joining us. Everybody having some fun? Peace.
Thousands of players searched for me. Thousands failed. Perhaps with this clue, you could be the one to solve the GX Manhunt challenge. I was never the dog, but I could be the hot dog. At the GeoGuessr World Finals, I could be sitting right next to you, watching you as you slurp your drink. Or staring at you from the other side of the arena. The GX Manhunt continues at the GeoGuessr World Finals. I'll see you there. But can you see me? Play GX Manhunt on geoguessr.com/OperaGX.
Welcome back to the GeoGuessr World Championship 2025. Coming at you from Copenhagen, Denmark. We're halfway through our quarterfinals. We've had lots of exciting matches. Those two alone have really turned things on their head, but now we're heading into Blinky versus Lero. And this is a big one because Blinky is a reigning world champion and Lero is hungry for that crown. So, looking at this matchup, just a vibes reaction. We love vibes here at GeoGuessr.
We do. Yeah, vibes are great, and I think the vibe here is that Blinky is probably the favorite still, of course, reigning champion, but Lero played really, really well yesterday, especially in moving games. He took a moving game from Finbar, who is one of the best moving players as well, so Lero just has to keep up his great region guessing, you know, even in the face of a mode he's not that comfortable with. Just he has to stay locked in, try to use that strategy, and get as many wins against Blinky as he can.
That's going to be tough, Ziggy.
Yeah, I feel like he has his strategy down. Really, Lero knows what he has to try to do against Blinky. It's not a guarantee that it will work. I feel like Blinky is even more so than Finbar, just locked in. Even with the quick guesses, he will be not thrown off usually. Blinky, he's just so calm. For him, it's just another day at the work. It's honestly always very impressive for me to see just how locked in he is just in every single event. He just doesn't seem to be nervous.
Yeah, no nerves off him, socializing, happy, hanging out. I really feel like the GeoGuessr seem to get a lot of energy from being around the community itself. I know they're all trading different strategies, talking about practices. Have you seen either of these players kind of working on anything since they've gotten here again?
Yeah, I have. I've seen them back in the player room just grinding some duels against each other. I saw Lero practicing against Debre just now. So yeah, he's still right up to this moment been training, and Blinky, of course, staying calm and collected. I think they're both ready for this match.
Let's check in with our players. We got to talk to both of them before this match. Let's see where their heads are at.
I think he's a strong opponent, but I don't feel like he's much better than Jamabi on paper. Maybe he feels more confident though and at ease on stage, so maybe I should be careful with that.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much to say about that match. Everyone knows Blinky. I can't really say much more about him other than, you know, he's probably the favorite to win the whole thing. I'll be surprised if I get a game off him, and I'll just, you know, I'll try my best.
Obviously, as he said, he's gonna insta-send every round on the moving, so I just need to be, you know, quick to getting to info and, you know, be careful I don't forget to guess, I suppose.
We're back in the Kobe Helen with our next match, Blinky versus Lero. An exciting matchup. We've seen lots of favorites get tossed on their heads here, but Blinky comes in with so much energy and experience for this matchup, and I know he's got his eyes on the prize. But I got to turn it over to you guys. Ziggy, your thoughts, how you think this is going to go, who you think is going to take which?
Well, I talked with Blinky upstairs, and he was like, he is not the person to play GeoGuessr before performing on stage. He's just like, there's nothing for me to practice here. I know that I know my stuff. So for him, it's just about to stay just in the mindset, stay calm. And I mean, we know he always locks in on stage, so I don't have to say that again. But there's always a chance for Lero to maybe come up on top with his playstyle. But Blinky knows what's coming now. He saw him play yesterday, so he kind of knows what he can expect. So he will be prepared. I'm predicting a 3-1 for Blinky.
Interesting. But Blinky says might not be a tougher opponent than Jamabi was. What do you think about this?
Yeah, definitely Lero is not somebody to be taken lightly. I think Blinky was definitely alluding to that. Like, he can't let his guard down here. Lero can definitely take some games, so I would predict. I honestly was going to go for the 3-1 as well, but I'll go for a closer game, just in the thought that maybe Lero can pull off something crazy. 3-2 for Blinky.
Very exciting, gentlemen. Thanks for teeing it up. Let's send it down to Paula to kick it off.
What is going on, everybody? Thank you, Rachel and the desk, and welcome back, everybody, to the stage. How are we feeling? Third quarterfinal up next, and let's welcome our first player to the stage. The most feared, the most renowned, the reigning champion of the world. Give it up for Blinky! Blinky, welcome, if you could stand just here. Blinky, as we know by now, you are a heavy favorite. We often ask you about pressure, but we have to ask again, how high is the pressure right now?
So high I can barely answer, to be fair, so I don't know.
Is that for real? You are feeling it?
Yeah, I just try not to think about it. You know, that's how I deal with it.
Awesome. All right. Thank you for the insight. Second question. What would it mean to head to the semis, then potentially the grand finals? and potentially become the first ever back-to-back world champion.
Yeah, same. I try not to think about it. I do have something to say. Like, I kind of wish I don't win again, because otherwise I'll be really sad I didn't win all 3.
Oh, okay, fair points. Blinky, thank you for your time. Is there anything else you'd like to add before I let you go?
Shout out to all my friends here and all the French community. And yeah, hopefully we have a great match.
Everyone give it up for the reigning world champion, Blinky. And now, to introduce his opponent yesterday, this man bested one of the best in the form of Finbar. But right now, he has the literal best of the best ahead of him in the form of Blinky. Everybody, give it up for one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. It's Lvly. The legend, if you could stand just here to my right. So, Lero, when we had a chance to speak yesterday about this upcoming matchup, you were very humble. You said there's as close to a chance of 0 of beating Blinky. Do you still feel the same now?
Yeah, I would say that's more honesty than humility, and I still agree with that.
Well, if that is the case, however, if there were any way to beat him out, what would it be?
I mean, I think it has to be like absolutely crazy locations. I think he's better on paper than me in all 3 modes. So it has to be some absolutely crazy locations that have no clues, and maybe I win on multis.
Lero, we have to turn quickly to look at your homies over there. We've got a Lero sign. You've got a lot of love in this arena. Is there anything you'd like to say?
Yeah, shout out to the fans and shout out to Australia.
Everybody, he's got it all to do. Give it up for Lero.
Quick shot gunslinger from Australia versus pinpoint extraordinaire world champion Blinky. Gelotris, my man, the stage have set it up, the desk have set it up perfectly. Talk to me again here, what we are in for with this match between these two.
Blinky versus Lero. I mean, we didn't hear a single Lvly. I'm surprised about that.
I'm sure the crowd will do it for us.
Hey, I hope so. Is the crowd loud enough? Can we get a blah? And on the other hand, we have Lero, really lovely guy. I love Lero. He's so humble. He is hoping for some crazy locations.
Yes.
And if we have a map where we have ever seen one crazy location after another, it is the World Championship map.
Definitely. It has been so tough, especially as he alluded to himself, when you get into the high multis, round 7 and beyond, it's anyone's game. We saw it when just looking back at the game between Kunzes and Lvly yesterday. The deciding moments of each of the games that Lvly came out victorious in were effectively among some of the most biggest experts, 50-50 guesses. So if Lero can pull some of those, if he can survive all the way to the late game in some of these matches today, maybe, just maybe, we can see yet another world champion defeated.
We could definitely see that. And we have seen Lero, I mean, I think his biggest fear are the moving games. He has said that himself. It's not his strongest suit. But then again, I've seen him playing moving and he doesn't even need the information.
The desk said it earlier, Lero took a moving game away from Finbar, who is to be considered one of the best moving players out there. And he did so in the fashion we talked about yesterday. There is a counterplay strategy to going up against good moving players. You got to guess fast. My only fear is Blinky played against, no doubt, the fastest player last year in MK and bested him in the World Championship Grand Final. So can Lero outdo what MK wasn't able to do last year? That is going to be a tall order.
I mean, I look back at a lot of personal speedruns by Blinky, and the amount of 5Ks he has done in less than 15 seconds is insane, and he still has those 15 seconds, even if Lero insta-sent this. So I want everyone to get ready for an intense game.
Exactly.
Right now.
Copenhagen, one of these two will make it through to the semifinals. Will it be Blinky? Will it be Lero? We are about to find out as we go into game number 1.
And let's see what we have starting off in what seems to be Italy. With those signs that we have that first guess down. We have talked about it.
Exactly.
10 seconds left for Blinky to find something in this location.
Gotta go quick if you're Lero. Down to 5 we are. Blinky, though, knows how to play under pressure. We'll see if he'll get closer this time around, all the way down towards the French border. And he's gonna get right on it! 5Ks to start things off! What?
10 seconds is more than enough for Blinky.
Lero couldn't have played that any faster. If you're faced with that in the very first round of the very first game, what do you do now? There was a 1 second guess.
I mean, Lero was trying to put some pressure on him, but I think Blinky just did the reverse.
Wow.
There's so much pressure on Lero right now.
Insane. Come out and say, I got a counterplay strat. No, you don't, good sir. Lero now, though, home field advantage, gets to go down towards Australia. Let's see if he can make something happen here as the timer goes down to 40.
Home field advantage it is, but still, it is Australia, a very hard country to master. Now we have some good signs for Blinky. He took that extra time to find it, trying to emote, getting a smile down by accident.
Let's see, what do we get here? Who's gonna be close? The timer down to see what it's playing.
And he's just smiling because he's right on it once again.
He came in as prepared as ever. He's looking at his fans now as well, well aware that he has gotten off to no doubt one of the best starts we have ever seen. Round 3, Blinky, my man, what you got for us?
To watch some masterclass. It's not even the finals.
What do we got here? Bhutan, quick send from Lero, small country. Should he be right? Camera quality good enough to not be confused with Nepal.
But you look at that,
There's no way.
He's up to something.
There's
Looks
no
like
way.
he's confident.
Looking north.
However, he's looking more north.
Further towards the west. Okay, we calm down for a bit. Still early days. Still comeback potential for Lero. All the way down to 2,000 health, though, now coming into round 4. We talked about it. He has to survive into the high multis, and Blinky is not making it easy for him.
Not at all. Always a very scaring sight if you see them zooming all the way into the map.
Insta-send to Brazil, state of Sao Paulo.
Sticks to his strategy. Putting the pressure on, we are in Brazil. And once again, Blinky's getting to some signs, doesn't seem to be too helpful. Looks like he's just playing it off as well.
Bit further towards the north, goes for one of the big intersections. Gonna be in between them again, but finally!
Right now.
Lero able to make something happen, able to stay afloat.
We have Lero taking off some points, very good for the mantle.
Definitely.
And we're on round 5 already, a very fast-paced game we have so far.
Not gonna move at all. Lero's engine ain't even started now. He starts going down the street. We'll see if he's gonna go for info, or if he's gonna feel satisfied with what he's got here to get a good vibe. Because in Blinky now, the first one to hover towards the map.
Yep, I think he saw a West Virginia specific sign there. And he's getting to a highway sign as well. Trying to scan for the number while he is moving simultaneously.
He might have something here.
Looking for a lineup, doesn't seem correct.
Up towards Dunmore he goes.
Getting up, getting north.
Further towards the south, and it is going to be further north in between him. Small round, small damage, insignificant, but again, importantly, Lero is getting closer and closer to the end game.
And will we see a little smile on Lero's face on this location?
You know, every round he survives, there should be a smile.
Yesterday, we had a Iceland-Faro toss-up. Let's see
what do we do.
He will learn from his mistake from yesterday.
What do we do here? Oh, Blinky's already in the city. Blinky seems confident on this one. Okay, now he zooms out.
He's looking for some lineups immediately.
Exactly.
I mean, for me up here as a commentator, I have two screens. The second I look on my right to see what's happening on the game, he's already fully zoomed in.
Yep.
He's just too quick with it.
He's scanning the city layouts. Got a big valley, big body of water out there, but it's gonna be Lero first to guess. They're both in the same city now.
Yep, we had a very good sign for Lero, which gave him a road numbering.
Feeling good about this? Is he gonna leave? 1 second.
It's very good.
He's gonna stick around. Oh, one bay over. Incredible on both their parts, though. We move on. We go into round 7. Lero's still over 2K.
Round 7. It is. And at first glance, it looked like Russia to me, which can be very scary for Blinky if Lero puts the pressure down.
Definitely.
And we already know that Lero is very strong in Russia.
Omsk quicksand comes through. Blinky yet to find viable information. Has a good sign in front of him, but doesn't give him the info he's looking for.
It is a fairly flat and green landscape, which is very commonly found in Omsk. But
who's gonna go far west?
Blinky is disagreeing with that.
Big distance in between the two, and it's gonna be
Lero's right on it!
It's huge, and
End of the game!
Lero victorious in game 1!
And that's exactly what Lero wanted.
Off of a crazy first 3 rounds, Blinky looked unbeatable. Lero stays afloat, stacks the multis, and swings hard in his favored country. This is taken straight out of the playbook, the hopes of how these games were going to go down for Lero. A sigh of relief there. When do you ever get to take a game of moving against the world champion?
Yes, and he stayed very true to his strategic gameplay here of putting the pressure on, just waiting for that crazy and hard location he was hoping for, getting the reverse.
Exactly. No move territory, Lero's favorite game mode. Already took moving off of Blinky. Can he make it a 2-0?
No move it is right now. And Lero has already said it on paper. Blinky is supposedly better at all modes.
He's just better at all.
But definitely a mode that Lero likes to see more than moving.
Exactly.
No move. We are stuck in this place. We can look around. We can zoom in and out. But that's all we have. Looks like Blinky has a vibe for a certain region. He's around Lyon.
Up into a bit further towards the west here. Old castle on the hilltop. Some countries should be great for like recognizing ruins, but in France's case, plenty of those castle ruins around. So for Lero, yet to open the map, 5 seconds left to work with. Is going to go down towards Lyon as well. Just going to be further towards
and it is a great region guess by both of these players.
Definitely, definitely. We go in to round number 2.
Round number 2. My first vibes are screaming Scandinavia. We have some yellow houses, some red houses. I'm actually not quite sure which one it is. My first vibe was Sweden or Finland. And let's see what the players will think. We actually have a red car, which is more common in Sweden.
That's where Lero is hovering. Blinky seems to follow suit. Not a whole lot to work with. You got the farm, you got the horses.
Both players taking their time here.
Yeah, I mean, Sweden's so hard to reach and guess, and even if it's only round 2, if one goes hard north, the other is hard south, this could be in the thousands of points and damage. Blinky, once again, gonna be the first to lock in.
It seems like they are somewhat in the rough region of Sweden again, but it's actually further west.
Small damage.
Yeah.
We slow things down a bit, I like it.
Little damage.
But the worst thing is, yeah, again, I mean, this plays heavily into Lero's favor. The fact that he's getting up in those high multis, get one good wash around, get a quick guess in. You can do to Blinky what you did in the previous game as well.
And what do we have here? Looks like Albania. We have those water tanks, which you find all over the place in Albania. Kind of hard to reach and guess here, not really much to work with. Usually you want some landscape, some mountains. We see a little bit of that, but is that enough to find something that fits?
Timer down to 30 seconds.
Yes.
Like both players
I was
are
gonna say.
hovering from city to city, trying to find an alignment with the mountains.
Both out on the same west coast here as well. Login comes first through from Lero. Blinky instantly to follow. City right in between. So once again, damage is minimal. Almost tying things up here, coming in to round number 4.
And Blinky does not like to see that we are ramping up the multis.
Exactly.
What that can do to you.
Exactly.
And on to the next round, which should, by the looks, once again be in Europe.
Is this Denmark? There's no way.
Gotta tell
We have the windmills in the distance.
It is fairly hilly.
Am I actually getting to cast the Denmark round in the World Championship and not know where we are?
Well, this is all on you, Toby.
It should be.
You have 14 seconds
Blinky
left.
is logging in the west. We have Uno X, very Danish gas station brand in the distance there on the flag. If my eyes don't deceive me, let's see if Lero ups to agree. 5 seconds to call it Denmark as well. They're both gonna go Jutland. They're both gonna be right, and Blinky with an incredible guess just west of Aarhus here to maintain his first place coming in to round 5.
That is a very strong guess. Denmark also up there with one of the countries that are very, very hard to region guess.
Oh, yes.
And on the next round, we are driving on the right. We have this orange line combined with the white. Concrete stepped roads. We are in the Philippines.
Looks like it, Blinky hovering the hard east. Lero yet to zoom this far in, trying to line up the base, figuring out if anything makes sense with what they got. They got plenty of islands out there in the distance, so a lot of good opportunities to try and line up things with the map here.
Looks like the bay is closed and doesn't open up to the ocean, which makes it a bit more findable, I guess.
But still, I mean, it's like fjords in Norway. There's so many options when you're in the Philippines.
But it's looking like they are both ending up in the same coastline.
Yeah. Could be the second 10K of the World Championship. Let's see. Does Lero go further north, or does he opt to stick to the southern tip of the island? He's going to commit, and it's going to be further up towards the north. Small points here. Once again, we're slowing things down as the game goes on into round 6, over halfway there.
And we are jumping to another Asian country. By the looks, I want to say we might be in Indonesia. We are driving on the left. We have a single yellow line. Very tropical looking landscape. We don't really see any poles, which are very important to make a region guess. In Indonesia, there's a lot of region-specific poles. We don't get to use them here.
Having said that, Blink, you can see trying to line up the roads here, looking down at the ground, trying to figure out exactly where it makes sense. But these roads, they're bending in and out all over the place, so the lineup seems good in such a big variety of places.
It seems like Lero is also in Kalimantan, both in the east.
Yep.
Looking for roads, looking for something that lines up. Lero has a different approach, looking more at the location, trying to gather more out of that, whereas Blinky's on the map, scanning along roads.
Blinky is staying coastal for now. Lero is further inland. Big Island could definitely be some points in difference with the 3.5 times the multi. Let's see, Timer is gonna run all the way down. They do end up closing up in the end of it, and it's gonna be way further towards the west.
He did consider it.
I was gonna say 1100 damage, yes, but this could have been a very decisive round in this game. Had one committed further west. You can see the shake of the head of Blinky because of it.
And that's one of the cases where, what I was talking about, West Kalimantan has different poles than the rest.
Exactly.
Of Kalimantan.
Exactly, a round where they both know that that could have been the game 1.
Yep.
But we go on into round 7.
Round 7 it is. Looks like we have a blue Google car with the antenna. It looks like we are in South Africa. We have a dry hill. And once again, you are surrounded by buildings and trees. Not much to work with. You don't really get to see the landscape. A little bit of text in the distance on the sign. Don't know if they get to read that.
See, Lero is looking for the big intersections, trying to figure out what would make sense with the mountain up on the top side, hovering around the lake here, staying in the nearby vicinity.
By the looks, I mean, to me, if I had to make a guess, I would probably slam it somewhat south of the label, South Africa.
Well, seems
where
like
Blink is as well.
Yeah, Middelburg is where he's hovering right now. Lero, I mean, very nearby vicinity, but a couple of state streets over.
Let's see, Lero is not too far off, but once again, we are on 4x damage. If someone is right on it, that can be a lot of damage.
Exactly. Just a few cities down the street they are, and it was down towards the west. I think they were both in this city at one point, but opted to go further towards the northeast in the end of it. We continue. We move in to round number 8.
Round number 8. Which to me looks like New Zealand. We have those fences driving on the left, the architecture, the landscape, everything screams New Zealand to me. One of the countries that are somewhat harder to reach and guess.
Once again, Blinky, first one to open the map, but Lero immediately to follow. We haven't seen any quick guessing from Lero as of late. We might get one here. Should he feel comfortable with his guess? But they're in each end of the country right now.
North Island, whereas Lero is pretty far south. Pretty far. I mean, there's a big distance, which would definitely matter on 4.5x.
They are game-winning distance from one another. Blinky now readjusting, looking south. Does he commit to it, though? The second guessing rarely takes place when it comes to Blinky. But right now, his pin is in one end of the country. His eyes hovering in the other. Now positions himself in the south as well.
We have seen him second guessing a lot. Not in his favor so far.
If this ends up being north, it would be big. Let's see what happens. It was!
It was!
Oh, and he knows
that
it
is so
too!
Frustrating for Blinky.
He knows it as well. That would have been game, but no. We move on. We go in to round number 9.
Round number 9. It is. We are getting very, very close to the end of this game. And it looks like Canada, maybe?
We're back to East Coast Canada again.
I want to say there was a sign in the distance with a double signpost, which is commonly found in Quebec. However,
I ask East Coast, Blinky goes as hard East Coast as you possibly can. Lero, though, not seemingly agreeing, scanning these cities along the bay further towards the west.
Yep, I can't tell if it's a tree behind the sign or if it is a double signpost.
Lero trying to line up the streets specific now, but again, not a whole lot to work with. You have the water and trees blocking off quite a bit of vision. You don't have a good elevation to really get a layout of the bay that you're working with. So not a whole lot, a lot of areas that could look like the ideal spot, but you could end up being off by a game-winning margin. 2 seconds left.
And once again, we have some second guessing going on there.
A lot of distance in between, and I think Blinky ends up hedging, and good thing for him that he does. Because had he been all the way out east, that could have been brutal. Now, though, round number 10. Under 100 points separating the two. They could be meters apart, and that would be the decider.
And this is the final round of the first no-move game. This will decide this game.
Blinky with the lead. He has to win with literally any margin whatsoever. But Lero doesn't have to be more than, I don't know, 50 meters on in order to win it. Let's see. Blinky instantly looks outside South Africa. But what do you go by here, Gelotus? This is you.
Yes.
I'm sorry I'm giving you this one,
the vegetation. I mean, once again, we have that blue Google covered antenna, very commonly found in South Africa. We have the sun towards the north, which is also something you can use. And besides that, it's the road quality, the single white, the vegetation. But where in South Africa are we?
Unless if it's dead in between, this one is gonna be, I mean, Blinky, Lero, who's gonna get it? It's
oh my God!
Round number 10 with the Maltese wins him a second game in a row!
2-0 for Lero in this matchup. Who could have seen that one coming?
My, oh my. We are entering uncharted territories. We are exploring seas we have never sailed. We have Blinky at the World Championship playing from behind. We're back in moving though. We know how strong he is. He is the moving player of the world. If there is a man to pull off a reverse sweep, it would be Blinky. Right now, Lero, his strategies are working. High Maltese, stay afloat, and sink it home in the end. But here we go. Game 3, match point for Lero.
moving mode. It is, and we already know how strong of a moving player Blinky is. He did prove it to us on the first game. Don't get fooled by the score. He played insanely well.
Yep.
But Lero just slammed it down on high multis, and let's see how this will turn out.
We're hearing the bleep blah blues in the chat, guys. If you're supporting Blinky, he needs to hear you roar right now. He needs all the support he can possibly get in order to try and make the impossible happen. First round, Lero, Western Australia.
Once again with the first guess from Lero, putting the pressure down. Blinky scanning around the lake. He has some information on that sign. Giving the town name. He's looking for the 5K.
And he gets it!
He has it. Nothing less to be expected on the first round of the moving game from Blinky.
But one of many that need to come. By the way, smallest Australia I've ever been in. This was definitely in Austria. But nonetheless, here we are, 5K to get some support back for our reigning world champion. Let's see if he can keep it going.
On to the next round, which screams Italy to me in first glance.
Southeastern tip.
Southeastern guess, which makes sense. It is very warm and flat in that region. The vegetation fits, the landscape fits. But that's not enough for Blinky. He wants more than that.
Of course, looking for the city-specific, trying to get the lineup. Can it do it 2 rounds in a row? No! Further towards the southeast, Lero takes a round right back.
On to round 3 of this moving game, Blinky versus Lero. And it looks like we are in India.
Quick send from Lero once again. Do not let Blinky move around.
That's
Do not let him
very
give
good
info.
sign.
But he has it exactly right there. 73 to Delhi.
But look how close they are to each other. Even though Lero didn't get to use that.
His
We have
vibe
seen
gets-
that so many times from Lero.
His vibe guesses are impeccable. Let's see if it's going to be enough to win him the round, though. No, it's going to be closer to Blinky. He was on there just before, but nonetheless, able to win the round, but needs to start to do more damage now would be essential for Blinky. Do not let this go high multis again.
And we are in round 4 already, and that's what Lero is hoping for. Getting up there with as much health left as possible. And we are in the Philippines. Looks like we have a trike in the distance that we can use to reach it. But once again, that's all Lero wants to use, not more than that. Blinky looking for more. Has some good signs here. Probably looking for a province.
Nearby, once again, hops
in the
into
water.
bay. Yeah, rather play it safe. But it's going to be Lero again.
What?
3 seconds into the round, he slams it down, and it's sat 13 kilometers out. He is looking unbeatable right now. Blinky, 5 rounds left for you to stay afloat in this one.
That's some scary stuff. Lero is using so little to get this precise, Toby. I've never seen something like that before.
And we've seen it from Stefan in the previous game too. Underdog performances coming in and upsetting. I mean, Lvly taking out Kunzis yesterday. This is the tournament of upsets. If Lero can pull it off here, would be insane. Sense it, grease quickly. 10 seconds for Blinky to find out where he is. Oh!
He's in the middle of the country, whereas Blinky is considering some islands.
Hovering
Lero
far
trying
east.
to stay healthy, making that safety guess on the mainland.
This could be dangerous. If Lero has something going here, he won this all the way out towards Rhodes.
Let's bring him down to 2.5k health.
Borderline Turkey. Blinky knew he could have gone further, but it was simply too risky. But Lero, though, still in the game. We saw what he could do with 2100 health in the first movement game. Now he sits at 25 coming into round 6.
Round 6, and it looked like we have the camera pretty low. It's a white blur around us, a pretty good clue for Japan or Switzerland in this case. It is Japan.
Get all the cherry blossoms on the ground, all the leaves spreading across as Lero sends it hard north. Let's see if Blinky, with 10 seconds left to work with, will agree or not. Looks at the pole plate. What do we have for info here?
He has the prefecture on that sign. Or it's actually, was it the city?
There you go, finds it,
guess.
locks it in, more damage done, sends Lero down under 2k.
And that's what Blinky wants. He has some more rounds. finish off this game.
Issue is Lvly has done what he had to. We're at 4x and higher. We are in the end game. Round 7 is on us. We have a big enough spot here to dish a big pile of damage. Could Lvly find something?
Definitely, and we have actually Blinky locking in first this time. Lvly taking his time. He had it early on the map, but not sending it out, looking for more. Seems like he's not too confident as he was on the previous rounds, but he's switching up, taking it extra time with a clutch.
Finds the city with 1 second left to work with. Stays afloat, keeps the multis ramping up. Blinky needs to end this before it gets out of hand, which it, in all honesty, is already round 8.
So we have only 3 rounds left.
Yes, sir.
And the next one seems to be Chile.
Coastal Chile.
Very dry. A good clue to be further north in the country.
Goes all the way up towards the Peruvian border. Let's see
Very
if Blinky
committed
agrees.
guess from Lvly. He's pretty much on the border.
There's a distance in between them.
He's right on it!
Able to make it happen and finally turns the tide 2-1.
That's what Blinky needed. He stays alive. He stays in this match.
Good thing for Lvly is he has created buffer space. If Blinky had both of the moving rounds, he was now sat with his back against the wall. Lvly still has room to breathe. But with how Blinky played this moving game, there ain't gonna be room to breathe for much longer. We're back into no move. Lvly prefers no move, but Blinky is equally good there.
How much he prefers it, we have seen in the previous no-move match.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes.
Let's not wait for too much longer. Let's send these players on to the second no-move game.
Yet again, out on a bridge. I want to count how many times we've started the no-move game out on the middle of a bridge over the course of this World Championship with us. There's been a few of them.
We had a good amount.
Definitely. What do we see here? Talk to me, Gelotris.
In first glance, I was thinking something like Argentina.
Leo agrees.
The poplar trees as well could put us somewhere more south central, maybe a bit more west around Nuken.
Distance in between them though. Blinky now is starting to hover further down towards the south, closing things up a bit, but Lvly is still yet to really second guess his positioning in the country.
Yeah, this landscape we see here is a very long span from Nuken to Rio Negro, maybe Chubut as well. And that is a very, very big area you have to consider.
Definitely. Lvly looking even further south. Seems like he's going to commit to his central position. 10 seconds left to work with for both of them to change it up, though.
We're getting close to the end of the first round.
Timer down to 1. Central guess on both their parts, but it was down towards the south. They were both looking there at each their point in this match, but no one daring to make the move. 476 off. That could have been a huge start to round 1.
Yeah, and the further south you go in Argentina, the less coverage you have on those roads.
Yes.
So it's less to scan, and it seems like they just didn't found the river and assumed it's not down there.
Exactly. Out in the desert, once again, as we go quickly up towards the north of the United Emirates.
Taking that extra time, trying to find some terrain, something to use to get even more precise, but it's just a little bit north of them.
Incredible guessing. Incredible guessing in both their parts. Not exactly Area 51, but nonetheless, you can become a part of the Alienware Arena and be the first to know about the latest gaming news and updates. Hop on over there and check them out, thanks to our sponsors, as Blinky and Lvly once again go at it here in round 3.
Round 3, and it looks like we have Thailand poles, which are square with the holes in it. A country you usually have enough clues to get the country, but it's very, very hard to read and guess.
Definitely.
You consider a lot of areas that can look like this. The more mountainous you have the landscape, it's putting you more north, but that's just the rule of thumb.
A lot of Thailand locks we've had down on the peninsula, down around where Lvly is right now, so if you're superstitious, if you're thinking, well, we had a couple, we gotta get some more, maybe this is gonna be the case. He's hot towards the southwestern coast. Blinky is further, way further up towards the north. Seems like he's gonna commit. Lvly stays And he's right on it! 2,800 damage done. Blinky down to half health just like that.
With how specific both these players were, I was sure one of them is gotta be on it.
Definitely. Blinky never even considered, opted to stay north. You can see it on his face now too, going, wow, I misplayed that one. Good thing for Lero is he punished at the right time.
And we are in round 4, looking like a red Norwegian landscape. These mountains somewhat look distinct, I would say. They are pretty exposed. No trees on it at all.
See if they know their Norwegian mountain face meta well enough in order to lock this one up, or if not, Lero certainly hopes Blinky doesn't have that up his sleeves.
Yeah. But if someone I would scare to know that would be Blinky.
What do you scan for here? You see Lero looked at the mountains initially, but he's looking way more at the architecture, looking towards the car as well. Talk to me, Gelotus.
Yes, I mean, it is very open, and you have so much to work with here. They are probably looking at the buildings, at the mountain alignments, the season, the vegetation. There's a lot to work with here.
Little to nothing to work with for what way they got, but they're both gonna come into it and
oh my god!
What? He did it, he pulled it out the sleeve, said, I know my mountains, Lero, and just like that, after a big swing in one direction, Blinky sends it right back.
Don't ask me what he used to get that one, Toby.
You said it, plenty of info available, but didn't seem like it was what they wanted to go with. But nonetheless, Blinky, absolute sending it there.
Let's see what we have up next. Driving on the right, we are in Colombia, I would think. Blinky scanning towards the northern side of it. Architecture fits.
Yeah, you have the smaller.
Concrete slab roads, also something you see in Colombia very commonly. It is very, very flat though, which puts you more towards the east of the country or the north. So you kind of have to decide for one.
Exactly. Plenty of lakes in the center as well, and that's where Blinky's hovering. But again, I mean, there's so many areas this could line up, and you have what, a 10-degree glimpse of one little body of water out there, and with thousands of lakes in the area, it's practically impossible to line it up. But if there's a guy to do it, Blinky would be your man. Let's see if Lero can make something happen here. 1 second left on the timer, stays coastal. And it's gonna be further towards the east. Blinky, once again, able to bring it home now, practically evening up the scores.
And let's see what this will bring to us. Very, very beautiful location. We are in Brazil. We have those ladder poles. Don't see much more information on these poles.
As fast as Lero has tried to guess in Brazil, Blinky has always been right next to him. So slowing things down here, not thinking that he has the upper hand in this country right now.
Once again, a very unique looking landscape with these clustered mountains. Pretty much looking like the Table Mountains you would more usually found in South Africa.
Timer down to 24. None of them daring to commit just yet. Lero yet to even open the map, of course. No doubts to the country, but where, oh where, 3.5 times multi with Brazil being in play.
Once again, you see Blinky really being close in the map, trying to find the right alignment.
Got the mountain to work with. Not a whole lot of road visible though, so can't really bend it. Can't really see around the corner. Lero down to 0, puts the marker further towards the south, and he's gonna get it! What? What am I happening?
That is game!
Lero!
He has made it!
Victorious! Usurps the world champion!
What a performance from Lero! Who would have seen that one coming?
With literally nothing but a mountain and a dirt road to work with, the Australian from down under sends the reigning world champion packing. And we can now confirm it. 2025 will give us a new GeoGuessr world champion. My, oh my, are we witnessing absolute GeoGuessr history. Let's go down to the stage now and hear a word from our main man, Lero.
You said it was as close a chance to 0, that you would topple the giant, that you would take out the reigning champion of the world. Well, you just did it, Leroy! What just happened?
I don't know. I do not know what to say. I don't know what just happened. I don't know.
Can I ask you some questions about the game specifically? Moving, a crazy start. What happened there?
I mean, I just insta-sent and he missed it. I mean, yeah, I don't know what else to say. He was 5K'ing everything else. I thought it was over, but I don't know, he missed that one round.
The first no move, it ended in SA. It ended in round 10. It was a huge round for you. Leroy, what happened in that round?
So, which?
I think the first no move ended in South Africa round 10, I think. Yeah. Do you remember it? Can you talk us through it?
Yep. I mean, it reminded me of that area. I also thought it was round 9, so I didn't think it was going to be over, but yeah, when that screen popped up, I was like, oh my God, I might actually have a chance.
Is that when you started believing, Leroy?
Yeah, I think the 1-0 lead didn't mean much to me, but when I had the second game up, I was like, what is going on? I don't know.
But then you go into the second move and he bounces back. How did you stay locked in, and then how did you win out in that final no move?
I mean, after that, I thought, oh, this is a good chance. This is going to NMPZ, like it's anyone's game, but yeah, the no move, I don't know what happened there. He missed that, like, I don't know. I wasn't too sure myself, and yeah, the multis were high, and that's just what I needed.
Leroy, you've been so humble throughout. Every time we talk to you, you know, you're very conservative with what you say. Now, you've just mentioned that after that 2-0 lead over Blinky, you began to believe you could beat him. At this point now, where you've won your quarterfinals, do you believe that you can go on to become the world champion?
No, I don't. But thank you. I don't know, there's a bit of imposter syndrome. Like, I still don't feel like I should be going this far. Like, play that match out 100 times. Blinky's still gonna win it, you know, crazy majority of times. So, I don't know, it still feels sort of weird to be here, but I don't know, I just gotta accept it and play my best.
Leroy, congratulations once again. Anything you'd like to say to this amazing crowd and our fans at home?
I don't know. Thank you guys so much for cheering, and yeah, shout out to anyone who's watching.
Leave it to an Australian to turn this tournament upside down. What an incredible victory from Leroy. Once again, I asked you for predictions, and no one could have predicted that. But we had some amazing games that show us just how special a player Leroy was. And I have to say, between his moving, his no moving, what impressed you most, Ziggy?
I think I talked about it on the German cast. It was just very impressive how accurate he was without moving around at all. We had that Yeah, I mean, that's exactly the strategy he employed against Finbar yesterday, as you mentioned, and I mean, it just works. I mean, I'm so impressed with how accurate some of his guesses are, and I mean, I think this was one of the first times I noticed Blinky getting a little bit flustered. Like, usually he stays cool, but I could see him, like, shaking his head to himself and feeling like, wow, I'm actually behind in this match, and just to see Leroy come back from behind there, the underdog, it's truly incredible.
Well, these players, they know each other so well. They're hanging out, they're talking strats, and I do have to wonder, Blinky admitted to a little bit of nerves this time around. Obviously a lot of pressure in this situation, but what do these players know about each other that the stats are not telling us? How has Leroy been practicing? How has he pulled this off? Do we have any sense of his regime, his team, what it's like?
Honestly, I'm not exactly sure what Leo has been practicing, what he's been eating for breakfast this morning.
Melons.
Something's been going right, honestly. And it's just, I'm blown away. I don't even know. This was the most intense match I've seen in a while.
Yeah, he takes on the reigning world champion, and that means that Consus and Blinky are out. That means we will have like a new world champion this year. So nobody's going to repeat. We're going to have a fresh one. The question is just who's it going to be. I feel we're left to 5 people now. I don't really know.
Well, we still have our whole day here in Copenhagen to figure out who that champion is going to be. Of course, next year, it could be you. You can head on over to GeoGuessr.com and sign up. We've got a limited time offer of 25% off any annual subscription. So train up. The GeoGuessr God.
Okay, welcome back to our final round, round 5 here, inverted flag. So for this final round, we have the red team at 5,000 health and the blue team at 4,000 health. Each round here in inverted flag is going to be worth 1,000 points. So if you buzz in first, you take 1,000 points off of the opponent if you get the question correct. And if not, same buzzer rules applies. 5 seconds for first team that buzzes, and then 10 seconds for a steal. You're gonna see a flag, a country flag, and the colors are gonna be flipped to the opposite. So you're gonna have to tell me which flag it is, and that's how we're gonna settle street smarts here. So without further ado, you guys have your hands on your buzzers.
I am buzzing with excitement.
Let's hop into round 1. Let's go. I heard blue team first, I believe.
What the f is that?
Black, blue, red, blue.
What is it? what
That's time. Red team, 10 seconds for a steal.
What is
I'm not
black
sure.
triangle?
Is it?
It's like something in Africa. It's like Guinea, something.
I don't know that flag.
That doesn't exist.
All right, that is time.
Idea,
That does not
What did you
exist.
say?
No idea.
All right, there's no answer for this
No,
one.
that doesn't exist. What is that?
It's
Oh,
my God.
Bahamas.
Oh.
Okay.
I was like, which flag has a black thingy on the left? There's no
okay.
flag on
So
there.
that means that red team's still with 5,000 points. Blue team's still with 4,000 health there. And we'll move into round 2 here. Blue team first, I believe.
Wait. Yeah. Yeah, it has to be. Bangladesh.
Bangladesh. That's incorrect.
Oh man, it's not Bangladesh. Like,
Yeah, dude, I thought the blue would be red.
um,
So what else would that be?
All right, that is time, guys, unfortunately. And the correct answer is actually Palau there. Palau. Not Bangladesh. I mean, understandable answer, I'd say. But it is Palau. Okay, let's move into our third flag here. 5,000 to 4,000 health
We're
still.
still trying. It won't work.
Here we go.
I have no
Okay,
idea.
blue team.
Okay.
yellow.
There's yellow at the bottom. Yeah.
All right,
Ghana.
that is time. That is time. Red team, 10 seconds to steal.
Throw out a European country. No, it's not Europe. What does the yellow turn into?
Could it be a no? No, that would be no. I have no clue.
What
is this?
Germany. I don't know.
Germany is incorrect, unfortunately. The correct answer is Armenia.
Oh, Armenia. I
Armenia
think
there.
Germany was pretty
Like
close.
Which shows that our 4 players aren't too good at inverted flags, it appears.
it's the colors. Like.
Here's not. Okay, so that means our health still sitting 5,000 for the red team, 4,000 for the blue team. 2 left here. Let's hop into our 4th flag. Here we go. Okay, red team.
This one's easy. Come on, what?
Why am I seeing this flag?
It's like UAE or
That's
something.
time.
UAE.
That is incorrect. UAE is not correct.
It's Kuwait.
You're answering Kuwait. Kuwait is the correct answer. Very nice. Blue team.
I mean, it's easy when you don't need to invert it in your head because that's the only flag that has that thingy. So yeah,
Which means it's 4,000 health each. Going into our last round here. So this last flag is going to determine a winner and a loser. All right, here we go. Let's show that last flag. Okay, red team.
So it's black and white, and then...
And Yemen.
That is incorrect. Blue team, 10 seconds for a steal.
It's not Egypt either. Estonia! Surely it's Estonia.
Lvly has said Estonia. Estonia is the correct answer. Oh, and blue team takes the win there. What a win for blue team. Absolutely clutch from Lvly there, the GOAT. Okay, I mean, I guess we'll kick it over to blue team if they have anything to say. Winning our Street Smarts game today.
I mean,
I'm with Lvly. He's the favorite to win the World Championship, and you just saw him today. He carried me, so you know, bet on Lvly to win.
I mean, I think Leroy did a great job as well. I mean, a lot of behind-the-scenes work. But yeah, we had a good team chemistry indeed, and it was a very hard-fought battle. GG's to Radu and Zone. That was probably the most exciting match that we'll see this World Championship, except for the one coming right up.
The driving, you focus on figuring out where on Earth we are. I mean, there's nothing to go off of. There's no buildings, no landmarks, and that thing is creeping me out. All right, fine. What are you doing? It's coming for us. Wait, is that a... Yeah, it's some kind of giant, and it's weird, and it looks strangely familiar. No, not that. The trees. Those are Joshua trees. I love those. That's it. I'm gonna guess. What are you doing in Arizona? We're in the national park. I am in the national park. But genius? That's not the right one. Let me do it. What? No, I'm doing it. No, I'm doing it. Don't push. I got this. Don't just let me. What? No, yeah. Stop. Don't push. No, you need to guess. Woo! Dude, did you see that? It's a 5K, and I've been saying I'm the overlord of geology, man.
It's geography, actually. Nice try, but that doesn't even count. I was about to guess.
No. Come on. You want to do it again?
Let's do it again.
Lock in.
Lock it in.
Thousands of players searched for me. Thousands failed. Perhaps with this clue, you could be the one to solve the GX Manhunt Challenge. I was never the dog, but I could be the hot dog. At the GeoGuessr World Finals, I could be sitting right next to you, watching you as you slurp your drink, or staring at you from the other side of the arena. The GX Manhunt continues at the GeoGuessr World Finals. I'll see you there. But can you see me? Play GX Manhunt on geoguessr.com/OperaGX.
Sheba is committed to responsibly sourced fish and supports coral reef restoration. Sheba, buy now. Responsibly sourced fish and supports coral reef restoration. Sheba, bye now.
Welcome back to the GeoGuessr World Championship 2025. It's Championship Saturday, and we are heading into our fourth and final quarterfinal. We've almost got our semifinal bracket decided, and it wasn't one that anyone on the desk predicted. What the rest of the day holds, we can't wait to find out here. I'm your host, Rachel, aka Seltzer. I've got Chicago, GEOGUESSR, and Ziggy. And gentlemen, we have really been treated to some upsets throughout the day. I can't even really still process, but we've got an incredible player, Lero, heading on over our former world champion. Just feelings. How do you think that's going to reverberate through the greater GeoGuessr community, Ziggy?
Yeah, it's still kind of hard for me to process that because for me, in my mind, on paper, I still felt like Blinky was the best player and he was the favorite to win this whole tournament. So for me, it's like, obviously, there's more stuff playing into it than just raw skill, but today he just got beat out by Lero fair and square. It has to be said, Lero won fair and square. There was no multi-merchanting really, other than maybe the first moving game, but I think he really deserved just by his playstyle because it's just a bit unique. That's kind of what MK did last year, but he just put it on a different level, kind of. So I really respect how Lero pulled up.
Yeah, we've had a tough time deciding and calling correctly these matches that have like a clear, someone who has a title in hand and someone who's a bit of an underdog. But this next matchup seems to be between two people that I would have really a hard time looking at and choosing who would be the underdog in this matchup. Debre, Lvly, two extremely strong players here in our last quarterfinal. Gavin, is it possible to really cut between them right now?
Yeah, honestly, I would say there's no upset that's going to happen here. No matter who wins, they're both such equally matched, level-headed players. So it's going to be a crazy one between two people who are friends. They were definitely nervous about this match heading into this one. So it's going to be a good show, but it's so hard to predict.
Yeah, both of them very nervous in the green room. I know Debre had a little bit of a tummy ache. Lvly, I think he left to get ready for his match, and everyone in the room was like, I've never seen him so nervous. So both of these players, a lot of respect coming into this, Ziggy.
Yeah, obviously yesterday I feel like he wasn't expecting to win at all, and it kind of like follows how the game went. I feel like he even himself said he didn't really feel like he deserved to win it, but at the end of the day, he got 3 incredible guesses when it really mattered, so he won those 3 games against Constance, coming up victorious. Actually, both games going all the way to NMPZ. And what I quickly want to touch upon is that these players have actually played against each other in the EMEA semi-final, so we already have like a precedent there. So in that match, Debre took the game 3-1, so it might go the same way, but we all know big Lvly likes the big stage. So, and it couldn't get any bigger than this. We have a big stage, big crowd here, so if any time Lvly beats Debre, why not here today?
Yeah, big stage, big crowd. They're getting the celebrity treatment there with the Polestar arrivals. And by the way, don't forget you can check out the GeoGuessr.com Polestar game with a rear view mirror inside the game that shows you what is behind you when you're playing. A little bit of an extra advantage, one you definitely need if you ever found yourself against either of these next two competitors. But something that neither of these players need. They've got so much preparation. They've got communities behind them. They've put in the work. Gavin, give me a little bit of a background of like the work that has gone into each of these players getting here.
Yeah, they've been playing for so many years now, and they've just been putting in the work over and over again. I mean, both of them have said they haven't practiced as much as they would have liked to. They've been busy with things in their life, but I think that they know deep down they've grinded, they've made it to this moment. And again, it's so hard to predict. So I just hope they have fun, and no matter who wins, it's going to be a good match.
Absolutely. We had a chance actually to check in with the players right before this matchup. Let's hear what they had to say.
Thing is, I haven't won against Debre since EMEAs, and we've practiced a little bit, so he is probably like pretty good against my playstyle, but I mean, it is still possible with a bit of luck.
I know for a fact that he didn't have as much time to practice as he wished he did.
and he was telling me about that a lot when we were playing. Like he seemed a little bit frustrated that he was not able to live up to his full potential, perhaps. But I mean, to be honest, like if he's able to beat Kansas, who like Kansas were, I would say almost exactly even when we're playing each other, then I have no reason to think that tomorrow is going to be an easy match. I'm just really curious to see what happens.
At some point, it's gonna happen that I beat him again. So maybe that is tomorrow. I definitely I definitely give myself a chance, and we'll see how it goes.
Hopefully it's close. Hopefully it gets to an NPC.
Our next match, it's gonna be Debray versus Lvly. Two friends, two well-respected competitors, two players that have gone the distance in their matches already here at the venue. Chicago Geographer, what can we learn about what they've done here at KB Holland so far?
Yeah, they have done some incredible things. I mean, Lvly we saw make incredible vibe guesses yesterday against Kansas to get the win. I've seen Debray practicing so hard today in the green room. So they've made it to this moment. If I was gonna predict a winner, I'm gonna go for Lvly, just knowing what he did yesterday. I'm gonna say he'll win 3-2.
Interesting. Ziggy, what do you have to add there?
Well, I feel like both people are okay with whoever wins. I just saw them downstairs shaking their hands for like a solid 15 seconds. So I feel like they were like, you know what, best of luck to you. I feel like that's how they both feel about this. In my mind, Debray might be the better player, but you know, I gotta support the German crowd. I feel like, especially at home, I'm also going with a 3-1 victory for Lvly here.
Very interesting. Well, I know it's not just their tournament life that is on the line here. According to Lvly yesterday, they're taking the NMPZ hat, putting that in the middle of the stage, and winner gets to take that home. So let's hope we get all the way to an NMPZ. It would be very exciting. But we can speculate all we want. Why not throw it down to Paula on the stage and find out what the match?
Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Desk. Everybody, things are certainly heating up here. And up next, we have our final quarter-final. Are you ready? Introducing first, this player gave us one of the greatest GeoGuessr games of all time yesterday. He is our EMEA Major Champ. Give it up for Debray. Debray? Oh, wow. Are we speaking or? Can I get you at the front, Debray? Yeah, all right. Debray, firstly, how are you doing?
I'm ready to go, man. I'm ready to go.
Ready to go, yeah. I don't mean to interrupt. Let's keep it short and sweet. What are your thoughts going into this matchup against Lvly?
I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of just like glad that like we're gonna get a rematch of EMEA second match, and you know, I don't know.
Debray, final question, and perhaps most importantly, are we going to NMPZ?
I mean, I guess like technically, it's probably better for me if we don't, but you know, it would be fun. It would be really fun to see.
Debray, anything else you'd like to say to our packed arena and our audience at home?
What's up?
Debray, ladies, gentlemen, everyone in this arena and at home. And now to introduce his opponent. This player toppled the Titan of Kansas yesterday in the round of 16. He is the much-loved whirlwind of energy. Everybody, give it up for Lvly! That for a reception.
What an entrance. I mean, this is insane. Everybody in the hall, thank you for being so awesome. Thank you for making so much noise. And guys, I want you to give the same energy to Debray, formidable opponent. All of us, we deserve to be here. We deserve to have a nice game, and it's gonna be awesome.
Only other question, Lvly. Are we going to NMPZ?
I think it would be cool. I mean, the head is on the line. The head that I originally got, and then Debray got it from me. And yeah, whoever wins today, we said, gets to keep it.
There is a lot on the line here. Lvly, anything else that you'd like to say before I let you go?
I mean, shout out to everybody watching, and yeah, let's have a nice match. Let's go.
If you didn't hear that right, Lvly referenced what he said yesterday, which is whoever wins between the two wins the NMPZ hat. So everybody, make some noise!
NMPZ hat on the line, but arguably more importantly, semi-final spot versus Lero up for grabs. I mean, the desk wrote out perfectly. Two great friends having to duke it out here in the quarterfinals, Lotus.
Both great friends, both fan favorites. We have the Yep Lord Debray versus the Swag Lord Lvly. And that's gonna be a great match, Toby.
No doubt about it. No matter the score, these guys always perform to max capability. And having seen them both play impressively yesterday, I have no doubts in my mind that this is going to be an incredible game as well. They both, in their respective matches, had the stands standing up, cheering as loud as they could, because we were gifted with some absolutely incredible GEOGUESSR in the rounds of 16.
Yeah, and we have seen their games. They have talked about their games as well. I've been talking to them about their games, and they know how much they appreciate to be there. They didn't have it easy at all.
The question is, and I love the fact that we're seeing Lvly point to it as well, his hat says chillin' and feeling, but is he chillin'? Is he feeling? Or is this crowd going to put the pressure on?
Deep down there, you know, I don't know if he's chilling.
I think there's
He
nerves.
looks chill.
You know what? He's a showman. He's able to hide it. Of course, I have Toby Gelotus here, ready to bring you an incredible game of GEOGUESSR, as has been this entire week, this entire year of GEOGUESSR. The antes get stepped up, of course, as we make our way through the finals. Just one more semi-final spot left for grabs. Will it be Debray? Will it be Lvly? Let's find out.
Game about to start. We are in the moving mode. Where will they land on this beautiful planet?
And what are we to expect from their playstyles here too? Again, I mean, they know each other inside out. Debray said it on the stage. He knows his teammate well. He knows that he hasn't had as much time to prep as he probably would want to. But here they go, down the same road, staring at the same trash cans.
Yeah, this is a matchup where both players know each other very well. And I'm curious if that will impact their playstyle.
Exactly. Southern France coming through from Lvly. Debray taking a bit more time, has of course 15 seconds to work with. Trying to see if there's any extra info to find. Goes to Corsica.
Is he
and he's gonna get it! Give the man 15 seconds. He only needs 5 of them to get a great lock in here to kick things off.
It looked like he got the crucial information in the last second on the truck.
Thank you, truck driver. As they all say, trucks move, but this time around it stayed on the island.
And it looks like we are somewhere in the US, potentially Canada, but for now it looks more like the US to me. And what the players are looking for here, it looks pretty southern US even. I must say, now that we are on the main road, get a better look all around us. These pines are very commonly found on a long stretch along the south of the US.
Omega all over the place. No states, though, no counties. We know Debray is a genius when it comes to those, but we do have an area code.
And He knows his area codes very well, but so does Lvly. He has the same sign, same information being used, same region guess.
One city over for Lvly, but nearby vicinity now gets Omega as
Omega.
well.
Will that be a 10K,
lining up the 10Ks here. Oh, close there too, but incredible round on both of them.
Love to see that. And we are in the next round. Looks like we have some Ecuador bollards there. We have a quick zoom from Debray once again, considering the south of Ecuador. Lvly also getting that quick zoom in to have a faster access to the map.
What sends them south here?
I would say the flat landscape is very commonly found around Guayaquil, which is maybe one of the reasons. Also very lush green, but we get a good sign for Debray here. He is using it with the E48.
Plenty of big cities mentioned here as well, highway included. It's going to send Lvly down towards the same south patch as well. We might see them being sat right on top of one another here once more.
Yep, and once again they have the both sign to work with. Who's quicker?
Lvly is one city further towards the north, at least for the time being. Could still readjust. 5 seconds left to work with. Seems like he feels poised with this position though. It's gonna be Debray, able to find it just short of the first 5K of the match. So we go into game number 4, but a close one thus far.
On to round 4. Seems like we are back in Europe. Players making their way around. Seems like they are going into a roundabout. Let's see if they stay there. We have Triglav.
Yeah. Oh, he got
just
city.
a mountain in Slovenia, but we are not in Slovenia.
Rarely do you ever see Debray zoom in and lock in like that. I think he found the city proper. Let's see if it's correct or not. Lvly is nearby as well, a bit further towards the southeast.
Both in the same vicinities along the border of Hungary.
And he has
Debray
it.
is right on it.
Again, I know they're good friends, and I know they were excited, hoping to get to go against one another, but I think Debray puts a new level of respect the favor of Lvly after his victory against Kansas yesterday. I don't think, as much as they hoped to battle each other, even Lvly wasn't expecting to come up victorious there. So Debray taking his time here, being wise about his decisions.
Yep, and Debray is also a very, very strong moving player, which makes it pretty hard for Lvly, but for now he's keeping up very good with it, because once again they are ending up in the same region.
Yep. Just recent, they're instantly hovering towards the same city. Lvly this time around, though, is the one with the 15 extra seconds to work with. Tries to reposition, goes further down towards the south, might have the lineup. Oh, he had it.
He switched.
He had it, went further south, but nonetheless, victorious in the round.
And we have seen that second guessing a lot today.
Oh, yes. Oh,
and
yes.
yesterday. Mostly not in the favor of the players.
Gut feelings, man. You gotta follow them sometimes, even if everything in your body says no. We got an airport lineup, DRC airport. Plenty of info available for Lvly here too.
Yep, for both players. Also, in general, a country with a lot of information being found all over the place in the Philippines.
And he's gonna try and see if he has something further towards the south. Of course, with the airport being lined up, might as well go nearby it out on the peninsula. Can you find the right roundabout, though, is the question. Stick south, finds it, set up, great score on both sides.
And now we are in the middle of nowhere.
You said it.
At least the country should be obvious to these players. We are in Argentina. We have that hazy front, very commonly found in this country.
Lvly putting pressure on here. We saw him do it early on in the game. Debray did not sweat at all. We'll see if the 15 seconds given to him this time around will prove as useful.
Fairly big distance between those two players. It's 4x.
And it's
Debray
Debray
right on it.
Once
and that will be game.
1,000 damage. Big distance, big points, and Debray is up 1-0.
What a strong performance, but I think Lvly was ready for that. He knows how the moving games are in favor for Debray, but I think Lvly really needs to lock in.
I just find it so fascinating that the 2 times Lvly tries to put pressure on the opening round and the last one here was 2 of Debray's best rounds in return. So it goes to show that sending it quick might not be worthwhile against the player of the caliber of Debray.
It is a very, very risky gameplay and strategy to play because we have seen it from MK first, I would say, on a big stage.
Yes.
Who got away with it, I want to say. And that's what made it so impressive, how he got so far with it.
Exactly.
It is super, super risky though.
Exactly. Opera GX is the official browser of the GeoGuessr World Championship. Get the gaming browser at operagx.com/gx/GeoGuessr for a good gaming experience. Now back to this game. We are going no move. The waves are shaking across the stage as we go back to the US.
We are in the US and it seems like we have yellow license plates. I don't know where I would put that with these looks.
Lvly goes Alabama.
Alabama and the Mississippi split for now. Let's see if it will stay like that.
If there's one thing that looks similar across the country, these residential areas, very similar across the board. One state over for Debray. And it's gonna be Lvly that gets the right pick on this one. 700 damage to start things off.
Very strong region guess within that as well. Getting super close. Go on to the next round. And I don't think there's any information nearby here. These players would have to drive for quite a bit. So if anyone wants put some pressure on, this is the right round for it.
Definitely. Out in the open, both going southeast in Australia.
And they both probably look for something more than they have. Debray is somewhere north of the capital of Canberra, whereas Lvly was a bit further west.
Still 5 seconds left to second guess himself. Some micro readjustments come through. He doesn't need the time to run all the way down. While further up towards the north, 700 damage goes one way. Immediately thereafter, 700 damage comes in return as we go into round number 3.
Round number 3 it is. Looking very, very nice. A beautiful country. We are in Mongolia. A country where the Google car is super helpful.
Yo, yes.
To make a region guess. In this case, we have a sticker on it with an airplane. Do you get that everywhere? I don't think so. Do these players know where you get it? We'll find out.
We hope so.
We'll find out.
Scanning the western side, Lvly moving his way further up towards the north now. Half a minute left on the timer.
But it looked like they both consider the further western region of the country. Whereas Debray is also looking a bit more central. He's very unsure where to look for this.
Yep.
Maybe trying to find a river that flows to a small town.
The river, the bridge over the mountain shapes to go with so many small puzzle pieces you can try and put together to get the correct guess here, but no one daring to move in early on timer, running all the way down to 0. And it's gonna be way further central. Lvly started off here initially, but opted to go further west. That could have been a big round for him. But of course, 2 friends trained of the same school of thought will oftentimes end in the same vicinity.
Yeah, they both did consider the location to be a bit more inland, swapping over back and forth, ending up in the west. And now we go on to the next round. A round you don't love to see if you are in the lead. This is Brazil.
Rural Brazil. A couple of poles to work with. Cow meta, if you're good enough. But what else do we have here, Jiltris?
It is a very, very flat landscape.
He's looking at the camera, going, "Oh, guys, I'm not sure." He's hovering coastal. Now he's asking us for advice. Is it the Amazon? Is it the eastern coast? 2.5x multiplier might not sound like much, but if you're on the east or the western end of the country, this could be big Debray, though, for now, in agreement on the west.
With the very, very flat landscape, you have to commit very far west in Acre.
Lvly does not seem like a comfortable man. Let's see if it paid off. It's
But
right
it
in
isn't.
between. Ooh, that could have been way worse, and he stays alive.
Off game, and that's what Brazil does to you.
Yep.
Both are in the western side of the country.
Able to stay alive, but with a sliver of health as we go into round 5.
And let's see what we got to work with here. And once again, we have a red house, commonly found in the Scandinavian countries. We have a rock wall as well, could be regional.
Debra is in Canada, just saying.
Because it is.
Massachusetts. You can't do me like that, Gelotus. You cannot do me like that.
Hey, I didn't say it's there. I
You know,
said
it's fair, commonly
there.
found. Fair enough. Fair enough. They're both going to go up there.
American-looking truck in the distance
yes.
as well. I should have mentioned that.
Exactly.
The car isn't visible.
Locking in New York State, it seems. Debra, 10 seconds to go there as well. He is further towards the east in Massachusetts. We'll see if he opts to commit or not. A couple of seconds left. He doesn't need much to bring this one home, and he will be closer. And there you have it. 2-0 is the score. Debra on top.
Yeah, I think Debra is a bit more locked in today than yesterday. He's very on point, very little mistake.
And definitely,
Lvly has to fear this man now.
I mean, Debra said it in the post-match interview yesterday. As exciting as a match as it was for the viewers, he felt like he played one of his worst games of GeoGuessr ever. So as you're saying, definitely went home, slept it off, felt ready coming into this quarterfinal. The winner, of course, will be going up against Lvly, who have just taken out our reigning world champion Blinky. So tough competition ahead, but you got to get there first. And for Lvly, it's a reverse sweep, man. 3 in a row against Debra. Is it possible? Let's find out.
Back to the moving mode. And we've talked about it. Debra is a beast at moving.
Definitely is.
Which is very, very scary for Lvly. And we start in a very urban location. So you would assume that we get some information very close nearby. We are in Norway. Got some signs for Debra here. Lvly getting to the same sign as well. Trying to find something better, maybe a road number, and we get those for Debra now, the 43 and the 465. That's what he's scanning for right now.
Saw a big row of Norwegian flags in the stands earlier. I'm sure they're all sitting there going, no guys, further east, further south, whatever it may be. Well, Lvly can't really go any further south with where he is. Might have something good lined up here too. Debra is scanning for the city, going all the way down the coastline. Curious that is in the same city as well. This could be a 10K in the making.
That was a very, very good build up towards there from Debra. Who initially getting way further northwest.
Yep, one bridge further south, but great scans on both their parts to get it that close here in round number 1. Into round 2 we go. 1 damage.
Round number 2 it is. And let's see where these players decide to move, both going northwest on this road. Which is probably the right choice because Debra got something, whereas Lvly also has the sign. They're both trying to find the right panel to make it readable because...
806.
It is the 806.
Seems like it to me. Lvly got info on screen. Can he make use of it though? Debra didn't seem poised with the sign on the wall.
Are you sure it was 806?
Now you make me second guess myself. The players are the ones second guessing themselves here.
Okay. 806 is in Northwest Texas.
You know what? I'm just not going to say anything. But I'm
like
so
there.
sorry. It definitely looked like an 8 to me, but seems like I might have been wrong.
But nonetheless, yeah, New Brunswick, we had these paint poles, which are very commonly found in this region of New Brunswick. Which I would assume these players also use. We see it on Lvly's screen right now.
Exactly. Locking in a bit further towards the south, but it's going to be Debra on point with it. Don't listen to Toby. He can't count. Instead, go with your gut, and that sends him up by 700 points coming in to round 3. Just Denmark again?
Round 3 it is, and we have a Scandinavian architecture. We are not in Canada. We are in Denmark. I leave the word to you, Toby.
We are out in the summer vacation homes, it would seem. out. Usually summer vacation homes, they go coastal, so not a bad guess on the side of Lvly. Plenty of those out there towards the west. They come on all islands though, and for now, hasn't been a whole lot to really confirm with where he is just yet, but they're both going somewhat coastal. As I say that, Debray more central, and we are all the way down towards the south. So great guess by Lvly to even the score.
On to round 4, we do stay in Europe. It looks like Poland in first glance. Something you wanna look for in Poland are probably road numbers you commonly find, and they are very findable. They have a good road system, or road numbering system. But it doesn't look like that's the approach of the players. You could also look for area codes, of course. And he took a good while on that sign.
Yep.
Making sure he doesn't miss anything, whereas Debray is zooming out, which can be very dangerous for Lvly if he can't keep up with that if Debray gets to a main road.
Definitely he's getting a ticket if the police stops him here. He is zooming down the street, but in rural Poland, it's small city after small city after small city. You don't always get to useful info despite you're going as fast as you can. So for now, Lvly sends its sender, Debray sends its sender. Don't have enough to work with, or maybe they do, let's see. Oh, thinks the Northeast not gonna go with it, and great call on both their parts. With what they were given, 400 damage comes through, Lvly stays in it.
Ending up with the default guesses in Poland. If you don't have anything, somewhere around Butch is always a good choice.
All Dutch, as non-Polish would call it when they don't know how the alphabet sounds. As we go into round number 5 instantly, Debray zooming in on the map on the hard southeast.
It's interesting. I'm trying to get a vibe here. I'm struggling with it, but Debray has a good sign.
Yep.
Frankfurt is somewhere south of Pretoria, I think. Southeast of it. But he's also scanning there. Seems like he found it.
Split between Lesotho and Eswatini. How's the city locked down? Lvly not seeming comfortable
it
here.
Sound familiar to him. He can't find it. He's frustrated. Making a good plonk though.
Exactly.
He's getting closer.
Exactly. And he has it now. He's right there on the left. Able to get it, goes just outside, and what an incredible readjustment.
Very important.
Whew, that would have been dangerous. Maybe not game, but close there too, had he been off. But nice scanning with just a couple of seconds left to work with.
You have all the pressure on you. Debray sending it first. You are here to compete. You want to be the world champion. And with all that pressure on you, you sometimes forget these place names.
They might be friends, but right now they are enemies. Lvly now trying to change it up, trying to put pressure on west side of Mexico City. Hell's Debray following suit a bit further out towards the west though.
Putting on the pressure.
Distance in between him. And it's gonna be right down on the lake once again. Debray on point.
1.3 though.
Their multipliers, they're starting to ramp up, and well, while it goes Debray's way here, Lvly was the multiplier genius against Kansas yesterday. All his rounds came off of big swings in the mid to late game. So let's see if he can make magic happen here again. Debray needs one more. Lvly needs to win 3 games in a row.
We are in urban Argentina. Saying Ayacucho here. Don't know if they get to use that one. I don't know what their approach is here. Once again, you could look for phone numbers. You could try to exit the town, maybe find a mile marker on the side, which is giving you the road number as well.
Safety plague for Lvly. Downtown Buenos Aires. Not sure if he's going to commit to it or not, scanning further down towards the southeast.
And we have a different approach once again. Lvly is on the map, looking for something that might be lined up with the grid or might say the town name we have on the van, where Debray is moving more, trying to find something.
Looks like all Lvly ended up working with was that car you see there, the white car in the distance. Has text on it, has what seems to be a city name on it as well. He's been scanning for it for the last 35 seconds. Timer now gonna run out there, both in and around Buenos Aires. Lvly opts to stay put, And it is further down towards the south. His hunch was good, but couldn't find it.
Not happy about that.
Exactly. He was down there. His eyes usually don't deceive him, but this time around, not able to find it. Great hunch, though, and still out victorious in the round. But we're getting closer to the end. Scores as tight as can be here in round 8.
Round 8, and by the looks I want to say we are in Bulgaria. Another country that is not too easy to reach and guess. Seems like Debray got to something here, I can't really read it. Lvly is fast moving out, and once again a different approach here. Maybe trying to find a main road with some good town signs, and he gets to one.
Yep. So scary.
St. Montana, which is a big town around Sofia.
Is it enough for Lvly to dare to make a committed guess? He's going small towns now.
For it as well.
Going off-grid, Hell's a small city, locks it in. Again, he needs everything going his way here. Bulgaria, not the biggest of countries, but 4.5x multiplier, and Debray is still looking.
The readjustment, getting a bit closer, but Lvly's right on it with 4.5.
And it's gonna be Lvly on point! 1,700 damage done. Sets him up with a comfortable lead, and I say comfortable knowing that we're heading into the 5 multis. But a comfortable 1,500 point lead now coming into round 9. Stay afloat for 2 rounds, stay in the lead, and you're still in the game.
Yep. Gaining a lead like that with both being in West Bulgaria, you love to see that, or you hate to see that.
New round, round 9. Down towards the south we go.
And we are in Kenya. It seems like we are driving on the left. We have some yellow license plates. We have the Kenyan Google car. Looking for a county name. The PO box number there. We are in the west.
Once again, Lvly spending effectively all his time hovering the map, scanning for small cities. He's done it before with great success. We'll see if he can do it here once again, looking for these tiny towns. There's so many to go by, and you're down to 12 seconds.
Doesn't look like they get to anything too useful, so it will all come down to a wipe guess.
They're both in and around the same vicinity though. Lvly, while not seeming too confident, goes calm down, I think we'll survive another round. And seems like we will. They're just next to one another, and once again, incredible guesses coming through from them both. But now, round 10. Lvly needs to stay up, stay in the lead at the end of this round, or he is done for. Debray though, playing from behind as we get this one going.
And what do you want to see as a view on round 10? However, we have something regional there.
The importance of this one, Lvly up by 1,800 points. Can he maintain the lead, or does Debray manage to make magic happen, going 3-0 against his friend?
Like they don't put the pressure on both, are trying to find more clues.
1,700 points are the cutoff. Lvly needs to survive. He can lose the round and still effectively win. But they have to be oh so close for that to be the case.
I'm actually not too sure of that shirt. I think those tokens are around Saran. I am not 100% sure. Or somewhere around that. It's east of Moscow somewhere.
Well, east of Moscow in Russia doesn't tell us a whole lot. Lvly, though, seems to like what you're saying, and they both seemingly do. If this is the case, Lvly might just stay in it. If the distance in between them ain't bigger, it might be doable for him. Debray first wants to log in. He's readjusting further towards the northwest now. Micro adjustments coming through down towards the southeast. Is this distance enough, though? Does Debray have it? He has it! Locked down! Is it enough? Yes!
And he wins the game! There's a trio victory!
Debray out victorious by such slim margins. Takes it, goes through to the semi-finals.
What a performance! How do you want to beat that?
My oh my, nothing you can do. Such a close game between the two. In the end, round 10 makes an end of it, and Lvly is defeated.
It hurts. It hurts.
to come so close, take out Kunzes. Wasn't to be enough when you go up against the good friends, but what a match between the two. What a great performance from both as we now go down to Parr to get a word in from our winner, Debray.
Everyone give it up for Debray. Debray, you looked in incredible form, but I have to ask, is it tough to beat out a friend like Lvly?
Yeah, it doesn't feel that great. I mean, like, you know, I'm kind of like stumped. I didn't think that the last moving game was gonna go that way. I thought that when I was down like 2,000 points, I thought it was just gonna be over because like he did play really well in that game. And I just happened to, you know, notice the town name and, you know, that just about had enough points for me to, you know, beat him out. I mean, it's, you know, round limit. I mean, whatever. Like, what do you want me to say?
You can say whatever you want. In fact, I can give you another question. So at this point, you move ahead to the semi-finals. Firstly, you'll be playing against Lvly. Lvly's been putting on a storm. What do you think about that matchup?
I did have a very interesting practice session with Lvly like earlier on, like right before our game, like right before his match, which was interesting because he basically like beat me 7 times and then I beat him 7 times. And then he won the last 10 MPZ, but frankly, with, you know, he had like 100 points left, you know, it was big multipliers. I mean, I deserve to win that, you know. We were very even, is what I'm saying. You know, he's in good form, very good form. I think I'm in good form today, better form than I was yesterday, so excited for that match, very excited. Yeah, shout out FJU.
There we go. Debray, let's leave it at that. Thank you so much and congratulations. You move ahead to the semi-finals. Everybody, give it up for Debray.
Well earned by Debray, grabs the hat. That is officially his now after online in this competition. But Lvly, so much brilliance this scoreline does not talk about. So let's talk about it here on the desk. Gavin, what do we see from our players?
Yeah, I saw a really excellent match. As Debray said, Lvly was playing really well in that second moving game, but Debray was just playing better, especially in the first 2 games. I think after yesterday, he was pretty disappointed at how he played. You know, he'd fumbled in the moving against Clement, and I think today he locked back in clearly, 3-0. What an impressive result against a player like Lvly. So Debray has to feel really, really good now heading into the semifinals.
Yeah, thoughts on that, Ziggy?
Yeah, Lvly went for a very interesting approach. He played very, very risky in the first 2 games, I have to say, especially that guess in Brazil where he went the maximum northwest you can really go. I think also that was the wrong card. Some people pointed that out, and I think I have to agree. But that's something very sneaky, so you don't really have to know that. But he went for a very risky approach, but after the first 2 matches he lost, he was like, you know what, I will go back to like the more calmer playstyle. And I mean, it couldn't have gone any closer. I feel like Debray also felt bad for winning that. And, you know, obviously the scoreline doesn't really tell the whole story here. But as Debray said, he feels good today. I feel like especially he took even a bigger step from yesterday. He had a very like close game against Clem, but today that was a pretty clean performance.
Super clean performance. Let's check out the bracket and see what that means. It's hard to take out a friend in competition, but now Debray has to go on and win for both of them, and he's got a tough match coming up there next. Lvly has been so scary, and as Debray said himself in that post-match, pretty evenly matched up there. But you know what? We're going to have some time here in the break before semifinals. So, gentlemen, put on your coach hats for a second here. These 4 players, what do you want to see them doing in the lead-up to their big matches, Gavin?
I think they just have to be calm, walk in. Maybe if they want to practice a little bit, take the break to do so. But yeah, I don't know. I would just say keep the nerves down. I mean, you've made it to the semifinals. Maybe everybody on Earth's brackets are busted right now. But hey, just have fun and do your best.
Any advice from Ziggy?
I mean, obviously for them it's like a big competition, but on the other hand, I feel like they should enjoy the show we are about to put on. So I feel like they should also take some time to get some food in, get some entertainment in, and then yeah, give it our best. Give it their best. Yeah, honestly.
Well said. Well, we are going to take a little bit of a longer break here, but that doesn't mean you have to go anywhere. We still have lots going on here in our stadium as we give our players a rest, and we'll be back at 6 o'clock with those matches. But in the meantime, please enjoy all the show here we have to give you. We'll see you on the other side.
doing? All right, let me worry about the driving. You focus on figuring out where on Earth we are.
Yeah, but there's nothing to go off of. There's no buildings, no landmarks, and that thing is creeping me out. All right, fine. What are you doing? It's coming for us.
Wait, is that a...
Yeah, it's some kind of giant, and it's weird, and it looks strangely familiar.
No, not that. The trees.
Those are Joshua trees. I love those.
That's it. I'm gonna guess.
What are you doing in Arizona? We're in the national park.
I am in the national park, but genius.
That's not the right one. Let me do it.
What? No, I'm doing it.
Just
no, I'm doing it.
Don't push. I got this. Don't just let me.
What? No, stop.
Don't push.
No, we need to guess.
Dude, did you see that? It's a 5K, and I've been saying I'm the overlord of geology, man.
It's geography, actually. Nice try, but that doesn't even count. I was about to guess.
No.
Come on.
You want to do it again?
Let's do it again.
Lock in.
Lock it in.
The return of Area 51, Alienware's highest performance desktop yet, equipped with powerful Intel Core Ultra processors. Innovative architecture designed for ultimate gaming. Engineered to evolve alongside your game. Encounter the legendary Area 51 at Alienware.com.
Aloha, I'm Oli Carvalho. Dive in with me to see how the Shiba Hope Grows program is bringing our coral reefs back to life. Giving ownership to these communities, it's a sense of pride to know that we are giving back to our own oceans. Stream Reef Builders now on Prime Video.
Thousands of players searched for me. Thousands failed. Perhaps with this clue, you could be the one to solve the GX Manhunt Challenge. I was never the dog, but I could be the hot dog. At the GeoGuessr World Finals, I could be sitting right next to you, watching you as you slurp your drink, or staring at you from the other side of the arena. The GX Manhunt continues at the GeoGuessr World Finals. I'll see you there. But can you see me? Playing GX Manhunt on geoguessr.com/OperaGX.